In Jorrly, we get to remember a certain alpha who came into our lives one yaha at a time. He wrote skits, songs, and live streamed with no content, and saw angels when he spit mad rhymes. Conversation, wit, Jorrun's a scholar. Manners, charm, no way he won't impress. So forget Heisenberg White, Jorrun is hotter. He makes bald look good, even with a dent. Jorrun believes in looking like his sense of style is cooking, whether thick of jeans or red leather jacket, with some gym shorts guaranteeing every fiber of his being is displayed to quite an alpha male effect. From his Phoenix tapestry, his apartment is creepy, so never expect that Jorrun has dry coupons. He would rather wear a red robe than a paper bag with eye holes. Dom pants have always been Jorrun's strongest suit. Appetite. Whether thin or tall or dowdy, he will treat a woman lousy, as if being a flirt outrageously is a crime. And a woman, they're all frightened. His egghead is lopsided, just like Jesse's hanging Batos's chest.
Heisenberg is way hotter than who?
Not me. Fuck that. By the way, I miss Princess Peaches so much. Oh, I miss her and that cute little sexy giggle. Where is she gone? If anyone knows Princess Peaches, please tell her I miss her. I really do. It's not Clever's fault that little princess won her. You know what, Verge? You're absolutely right, he deserves them, but still, he could give me a few, couldn't he? Does he have to have them all? I'm just saying.
I am the stereotypical sensitive artist. It's gonna come out anyway. I'm kinky. I'm very kinky. So there you go. And you should have won the intro.
Buongiorno, paisans. Hello. Happy Friday? Crazy. It is Friday. All right, guys. I did a last minute poll. Ow. That was my ear. Hope you guys didn't hear that loud beep. But the Jorrun apology, the continuation, won the poll. Honestly, it really doesn't matter because I was going to continue this and do the robot calls this week. So it was just, whichever you guys wanted to see first. So I think I'll be doing the robot calls either tomorrow night or Sunday. I can't decide yet. But anyway, for all of you who are here, right now, I'm going to spill a little tea about a plan I have for Jorrly this year. I have been, for the past couple months, been in correspondence with Lawson Wells, who was the creator, writer, producer, director, star of the film Cricket Snapper, the film that Jorrun was a part of so many years ago. And he has graciously agreed to do an interview with me. So look for that. And a new Jorrly song, of course. But that's the tea for right now. Yeah, we've been talking for honestly, we've been talking for months. We went from having this hatred relationship to now we're buddies, so. Oh my god, it's been crazy. But anyway, yeah, look for that next month. Anywho, we're gonna continue with the Jorrun apology calls. I went back because we went a little halfway to apology 1 because I needed to hear Jorrun, get his ass chewed out a little bit. I took it back a little bit. Hi, Cry Much Bailey. I'm completely starting over my Frankenstein monster painting. Could you have him say, "Jerry, shut your fucking whore mouth," and you say the meow part? Who, you want Lawson to say that? He'll have no idea what you're talking about. But he's got a lot of tea. He's got a lot of tea. That would be funny though. He's a good sport. But yeah, starting over with the painting because I didn't like it. Okay, let's get started.
Taken down, they're going to be pissed. And it wouldn't take any of that stuff other than the little fucking girl in the genie costume. Would you just go and search Aladdin and Magic Lamp and you're just jacking off to everything that comes up?
Yes.
No.
You know it looks like that though, right?
I understand. I absolutely understand.
Oh my god, where are my manners? Let me say hi to people who are in the chat. Hello, John Ryan, Doom, Justin McRazors, Kit Kat Meow, hi Hane, Rachel D, hi, Voice to Voice, hey Blinken, Cry Much Bailey, and Egbert. Glad to see you guys here. Happy Friday.
If I talk to you more in depth about the sketch with Tiffany, would that help, or would you rather not even just hear about that?
Yeah. Let me hear about the sketch with Tiffany.
Okay. So the situation with that is, when I started talking to Tiffany, I told her I have 3 sketches. You can pick which one you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
She said that one.
Okay.
Always, Egbert.
With that sketch, I mean,
I'm here for you.
I hope this doesn't make me sound like an asshole, but it's too late for that.
The one truth that Jorrun says.
And I say that honestly, no sarcasm. I was not, and if you don't believe me, you are very right not to believe me. That was not arousing to me only because my feelings for Tiffany since the beginning have been sisterly.
You know what's funny? He says a lot of things that are quite similar to, let's say, Lorne and the predators who get caught. Yeah, that's exactly. Cry Much Bailey. Yeah, yep. We're like samesies right now. Like, I don't expect you to believe me, but I can honestly say that my feelings toward Tiffany are sisterly. It's the same shit. Like, why would he think that anyone would buy this? Even if they weren't in this community. And we hear, like, the excuses that all of the predators would say. Like, oh, yes, sir, I'm just being honest. Like, bull fucking shit. I mean, it's funny now, of course. But, like, that goes to show how little he knew about the community and the content that we watch and stream and make videos and on all that shit.
Jorrun.
Jorrun, that's how it is.
I'm gonna stop you right
Please.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? So satisfying to hear that. Based on a safe space. What is this community based on? Oh, that's coming up. That is coming up. Safe space and trust. Okay, Lauren.
You're going to tell me that this person who you didn't know, you still don't know, who you've talked to a minimal amount, who has a very sexy voice, that you didn't at all sexualize her. Tell me that again.
Yeah.
I want to hear it again. Tell me the whole thing from the beginning. Tell me the whole thing from the beginning again.
And I love it. I know Wes has brought it up a bunch of times, but it's literally just Wes talking to a child who got in serious trouble, and the freelance dom that Jorrun is, he did not take it. If we had a drinking game where we drank a shot every time Justin D-Max said he was being honest, we'd be dead. Absolutely.
Should I just switch topics?
No, I want to hear the story again. I'd like to hear it again. Everything about...
Dude, you offered. You said you wanted to talk about it. But you got called out. So now you want to, hi, Kingpin. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
The sketch. I'd like to hear it again.
Okay.
From
so
the top.
I contacted Tiffany. We started talking on the phone. I said, I have an idea for 3 sketches. And which one would you like to? You have carte blanche, you choose. She's like, okay, I think the genie one is the most interesting.
Which one did you offer first?
None of them had been written, but I said,
which one did you offer
3
first?
ideas. I listed them off.
Which
said,
one?
okay.
Oh my god, the attitude. I listed them off. So hey, if I came up to any of you and said, hey, I have a sketch that I'm working on. I've got 3 of them. I've got part of the script written for one, and then the other 2, I'm not really sure yet. I might have a title. Like, which one would you want? Wouldn't you go for the one that's like, that has some type of script? Like, yeah, whatever you have that's ready to go, let's go. Let's fucking do it. But it was very strategic for Jorrun. Oh my god, it's so like ridiculous because how stupid he is. Like that he just.
Jorrun, I'm asking a very simple question. When I'm saying which one did you offer first, I'm asking if there was a list, right? Which one was first on the list, Jorrun?
I said, well, the first one I started writing already was the one with the genie.
Okay. So now let's flip this around. Now stop. Because, and the reason why I wanted you to tell me again, because I wanted to see if you catch yourself where you're trying to put it on Tiffany. Mm-hmm. Well, I gave her 3 options, and that's the one she chose. But I noticed when we talked on Friday, because you keep information out, you offered her 3. The very first one you offered her was the genie one that you had started writing.
Yeah.
Jorrun, if I was offering you 3 sketches, and you didn't know me, so you didn't care.
Yeah.
And the first one, you would say, I'll just take the first one. So let's not pretend that this is Tiffany's fault or that she's somehow complicit in this. She's completely unwilling.
No, she isn't. Absolutely not. Fuck no, absolutely not.
Why would it be included in the excuse, Jorrun?
Hi, Jorrun.
You want to share the blame with Tiffany. Well, she chose that one. I gave her 3 options.
No.
Jorrun, there would be no other reason to bring that up other than to share blame with Tiffany. She's blameless in this. All she tried to do was help out a new person who no one knew.
Yeah.
Out with their content, and that's what you did to her. And whether you say that's not the case or not, no one is going to believe you.
Yeah.
I mean, your sketch is so close to the sex talk you had with the catfish that it might as well be the same thing. What's the explanation for the little girl?
I do search various genie things on Instagram, and I hit...
Jorrly, hello. Nice. Nice. Your hair growth is strong. Love it.
the like button on everything. I have never, and I don't expect you to believe me at this point, I've never pleasured myself to anyone who was an adult. Ever, ever, ever.
Never, ever.
You watch TCAP, right?
You watch TCAP, obviously. Do you not understand how much this sounds like a conversation that you'd be having with Chris Hansen? I'm being serious. I never would have done this. Yeah, I just liked every... Lauren said that he talked to every girl in the chat room. Every girl he went and said hi to.
Wow. Oh, and you're getting it buzzed off. Nice. You gonna donate it?
I fail to see what explanation you can give for anything. I mean, like I said, what needs to be done is a public apology, where you need to own it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like this person has a lot more shit on you than you're prepared to deal with. They're deep diving. And if you leave anything out, then they're just going to keep coming up with shit. And the fact that you and I talked not 2 nights ago, and you made it sound like it was nothing. There was nothing going on. You knew. You knew what you had done to Tiffany, and you still kept that video up. You didn't think it would be connected. You didn't think it would be connected back?
Oh. That's stupid.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a silver fox.
And it really irritates me that when I talk to you about trying to get ahead of this, trying to get something out, because I was on your side. I had your back. You're like, well, should I make it a joke? Is this a fucking joke, Jorrun? Do you think that little girl's parents, if they saw all the genie shit that you're liking, and then they saw that you're liking, do you think they would think it was a joke?
No.
See, here's the thing. Like, the way he goes, like, he didn't even think about that. None of that. Yeah, exactly. Human Ham Cube. It's not a fucking joke. He is so fixated on his genies that he doesn't even think how he responds to the Instagram that he likes or the comments he would make on Instagram or DeviantArt. Like, he never would think, like, oh, what would what would the person on the other end of the camera think? Especially when it's a child. Especially. They just want to show off their daughter, making this great routine, being adorable, and you got some fucking creep out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Excuse me, my God. Like that shit.
What about your job? Would they think it was a joke?
No.
Because that's how shit goes now. People don't just stop at
Yeah.
making you leave YouTube. They find out where you work, they find out where you live, and they make it known. It's predatory. And people try to warn people about predators.
Yeah.
That's what my entire channel has become, against my wishes. And then I'm promoting you, and I'm telling people to sub to your channel, and you're preying on women. It's great to have women hit on you and flirt with you on Twitter and like all that other stuff. That's great, dude. But when you're out here doing it to people, you put a fucking timestamp in a video to look at a girl's tits. My 13-year-old wouldn't do that.
Fucking creep and all. I'm a fucking creep.
Did you apologize to her?
Not yet.
No, because you're gonna apologize just to the ones that are very
Hello, outdoor loser.
clear, the big ones, and then
You're a predator when it comes to ice cream.
you can leave all the little ones out. But you have a lot of apologizing to do. It's all here. This isn't some minor thing. This is really bad.
Sounds like.
Sounds like? Is that what he said?
So what's your plan? Not what you thought about doing and now you're doing. I want to know, like, what's your honest, clear plan?
Apology video. And I would like very much your opinion, specific things I should mention and cop to.
Wow. So you want me to co-write your apology video or somehow
No, no.
Jorrun, what do you think you need to apologize
please.
for? Jorrun, what do you think? Because you know more than I do. You know shit you've done that maybe hasn't been uncovered yet. What do you need to apologize for? Who do you need to apologize to?
Wes, please. This is humiliating.
Wes, please, come on, man. I thought we were boys.
I want very much to.
Hold on. How humiliating do you think it is for these women? How humiliating do you think it's going to be for Tiffany Lockhart when she once again listens to that video?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us really care for him. It's just, it's a lot of fun to make fun of him.
That Genie video, because I'm sure it's already been downloaded and re-uploaded somewhere else, because that's what they do, Jorrun. You didn't take it down Friday night, you waited 2 days. So what do you think she's going to think when she hears that again, and then she goes back and reads your conversation with the catfish? You think you're going to have Tiffany Lockhart's respect?
No.
And then what about all the women who follow Tiffany Lockhart and who don't believe that predators should be able to be within this community? Because that's what they're going to say. So it's not about what I think you should include in an apology video. What do you feel you need to apologize for? Because it can't be my truth. It needs to be you. You need to come out and tell them, this is what I did. This is what I've been doing, and this is my plan to never be that person again.
Yeah.
And remember that the community has heard a lot of that shit from Lauren Armstrong, too. So if it's something that you're going to talk about and you're not going to, but you might as well just go.
Yeah.
Go, walk out the door.
I just want to be thorough, and I just wanted to get your opinion on what would make you feel better about.
Wait, what? What's gonna make Wes feel better, or the people who you have hurt?
Me, and at the same time,
It's not about me.
I just feel you have a better clarity. I just feel you have
It's not about me.
more clarity.
You know what, dude? I've never had to write
He's a real jerk.
an apology video for being a predator,
Yeah.
personally.
Well, this is a new one from me also.
Uh-huh. Sure.
But it's not the first time you've been a predator, Jorrun. This isn't new for you.
Mm-mm.
I'm seeing things from where there's a girl on a flying genie costume that she made, and you're like, oh, you're in Boston, we should meet. Hey, these people are just trying to show off their art, and you're trying to get pussy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was, absolutely.
That's not a sensitive artist. That's not a guy who values women. That's not an alpha male. That's a basement dweller sitting around trying to get some pussy any way he can by making weird, leery...
And what? I'm pretty... Hi, Easy Street. MCL. Wasn't a basement dweller, wasn't that Jorrun's words when they mentioned mac and cheese after mac and cheese exposed Jorrun with that exposed video?
These fucking comments about a girl's tits. It upsets me because I promoted
Yeah,
you.
I can tell.
Because I told people to work with you. But I'm sure
that I let you down.
It's not me that you let down. It's the other people. It's those women that you let down. The women.
Yeah, he cares more about Wes being disappointed in him than the people who he thought were his friends. It's really sick, guys. This is a sick individual.
That you've been devaluing. That's who you let down. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
You let them down.
That's my favorite.
That's who you let down. I'm pissed.
I'm pissed. Been saying that for 5 years. That's like one of my favorite things that is said during the apology calls.
Yeah.
You let them down. And now it affects other creators because now when they want to work with someone, everyone's going to be a little more leery because of Jorrun, who came into the community, had a lot of people back him up and work with him, and then fucked them all over.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens.
So that he could jack off to Tiffany Lockhart's voice. I mean, even when I brought up the kelp pill video, with all the thumbs down, you're like, well, yeah, I don't see any complaints, though. Are you fucking kidding me? Were the thumbs down not clear enough for you? People didn't like that. That's not what this community is
People still trying to do that shit.
supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has
I'm just coming to grips with my own stupidity.
no idea what to say.
I don't know why it took you this long. That's the issue.
It did.
You're a grown man.
Naive.
You're a grown man.
Absolutely right.
And I also find it hard to believe this is the first time that this has been an issue, Jorrun. And I think you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
I said I think you know what I mean. I don't think this is the first time this has been an issue.
I've been sexualizing women way too long. Over-sexualizing them.
Have you been in trouble for it before?
I've been. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Have you been in trouble for it before? Because it's going to come out.
No.
Never. Never once. Never.
Ever. Evil little McNuggets. Hi, honey. Sexualizing left and right. Exactly. Welcome.
One friendship lost. Never one issue at work. Never anything. Everyone's just been receptive to it up until now.
Oh, no. Women have said they're not interested, and I stop.
See, that's what he thinks. Like, he did it in the Kennedy stream too. If I say something that is too much or inappropriate, let me know. Like, he should at least have a bit of a line of, like a baseline of knowing like certain things that are appropriate and are not appropriate. And he doesn't seem to have that baseline. He just thinks, oh, because he's funny and he's a comedian, he can just, say whatever he wants. And if someone doesn't like it, oh, ha, 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 they can take it as a joke.
I just don't know what would make you start without knowing they were interested in the first place.
I'm a stupid man.
I'm a stupid man.
I haven't used any kind of self-control.
You treated YouTube like it was a pussy palace. Like you were going to start this channel, and then you were just going to start banging different. I don't know why you would think that. and in all communities to do it. Why this one? Where there are a lot of women who are damaged. And you were even like, yeah, I read that somewhere before when I was telling you about, when you were talking about the comment that was written. I heard something about this before. You know why you heard about it before? Probably because someone was telling it to you. That there are a lot of women in this community, not just women, people who have been victimized by someone in their lifetime. Why do you think people were so big about helping out Betty? Because they knew Betty? No, because Betty symbolized for everyone that knows who Betty is, she symbolized someone who got ripped off, who got fucked over. So being able to help her out felt really, really good. It's the same thing, Jorrun. There are a lot of people in this community who they like making fun of Lorne because it helps them feel better about their own victimization.
Yeah.
And then you're coming in here and helping.
Man, Wes is always so busy constructing those damn apology videos, man. Like, I feel like at this point, that's his like bread and butter now.
What else do you have?
He can retire.
I should have just stuck to making videos with better intentions, just to make people laugh, just to make fun of Lauren. I shouldn't have been.
Making fun of Lauren.
The word flirting is not even strong enough to describe what I was doing.
It's borderline sexual assault. I mean,
God. You probably won't believe me. I can't believe you don't, but
Am I painting Frankenstein Jorrun? I could be. I've been in a pop art era right now. I bought a bunch of neon colors for my birthday. And I don't know, I'm kind of feeling the universal, oh god, here comes my hair again. There we go. I'm feeling the monsters, so I don't know, could it be Jorrun or could it be Lauren? If you guys, like, who out of like all the like old school universal monsters, who would be the Frankenstein monster? That's a good question. Are you practicing your... Hey, Night Driver, what's up?
No desire to hurt anyone. I've never had a desire to hurt anyone.
Does a desire to hurt... So,
that's what it is.
Okay, hold on. You get in your car. You drink 7 beers and get in your car.
Yeah.
Run a stoplight and kill a family of 4. Did you have a desire to hurt that family?
No.
But you did it, right?
Then yet I would have. Yeah, absolutely.
But you did it. And
Absolutely.
So maybe you had no desire to hurt Molly and Kelp Pill.
Travis is Frankenstein. Well, I'm sure you have, Travis. But isn't he more Lurch? Or, I mean, I know Lurch is kind of based off of Frankenstein's monster anyway. Hambubger would walk like him.
or Tiffany Lockhart, any of the other people.
Mm-hmm.
But you did.
Yeah.
Ignorance of what you did is not an excuse.
Not.
I agree.
You're a grown man.
Yeah.
Behave like it.
I will.
If you want...
Yeah, Hambubger was the Frankenstein monster before the electricity took effect.
Want me to look over your apology video script when you write it? I'll look it over.
That would mean so much to me.
Oh my god.
That would be...
Oh.
That's more than I deserve.
That's the best I can offer you right now.
Dude, that's being incredible. That's being... Yeah, that's really doing me a solid.
But I think...
I bet he thinks because Wes is gonna, like, help him out, that this is gonna save him. It's gonna save him. It will never get old, Nuggets. It will never get old. Nuggets! Here, I had to do it. Yeah. It will never. It's like scolding a child. It really is. It's so good.
No matter what, there should be some sort of a apology made individually to some of these women that you know deserve an apology right now.
I am going to start contacting people. Starting with Molly.
And I highly recommend that apology video doesn't drag on. It shouldn't take too long to make because there's stuff being added to this drive, and none of it's good. And you need to get out ahead of this. Like I told you on Friday, get ahead of this.
Yeah. It's going to be released tomorrow. I can probably get the script to you. No, I can't get the script to you tonight.
Fuck was that?
I'm sorry to put you through this, dude, and I'm sorry.
It's not about putting me through anything. It's not about putting me through. That's what you need to understand. It's not about putting me through anything. I'm really good at writing people off.
Hello, Vexy. You've been into some Jorrun lately? Me too. Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys. See some friends. Not that any, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's see some old friends. It's about to be Jorrly, and it's gonna be great this year. I have half of a song written, and I have an interview with a certain someone. Missed both of you, absolutely. My God.
I don't honestly trust people in the beginning. It takes a lot for them to earn that, so it's nothing to me. It's what you did to the other people that I know and care about, and that's fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get to the script right away.
Yeah, get it to me as soon as you can.
Read now.
All right, man, I will.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, Vex. Yes. I can find that song. Oh, what the heck was that guy's channel name? Like Another Kind of Mind? Let me look it up because I know I'm subbed to him, and I'll link it. I'll link it in the chat. All the way absurd. Hi. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we are on part 2. There he is. Okay, I found him. Okay, so now his name is Shouting All About Love. Nice. Which song were you looking for? Really Damn Sexual. All right, let me find it.
At 3 a.m., roughly 3 hours after the first apology call, Jorrun contacted Westmost. He had completed the first draft of his apology. What he wrote was a half-hearted attempt devoid of the actual things he had done. On top of that, he was hiding something.
Hi, Pushy Destroyer and one of those weirdos.
Something big. Let's listen in as Jorrun deflects, lies, and still refuses to accept responsibility, and Westmost makes him do it all over again.
I will link his channel. I can't seem to find that Really Damn Sexual song, but here's his channel. If you have eyes better than I do. Because I saw Bomb Ass Fried Rice. I saw Gone, Deleted. But I don't see Really Damn Sexual. Interesting. It was on the clearance at Walmart. Should have bought it. Misfit, hello, welcome. It's gone, deleted, completely erased.
The day was July.
Ooh, I'm getting all the Jorrly feels now. Ooh, I feel good.
July 6th, 2020. The time was 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Hey, so, I'm looking at this, and I want to ask you before I have you read it. Would you say that 100% of this is sincere?
Yes.
100, and
Yes.
nothing has been left out.
I could put...
If it's not there, if his email's there, I'm pretty positive if you email him. God, he emailed me like years ago wanting to do something, but it never happened. And maybe it's like somewhere else. I don't know.
Put my hands on a Bible and say I am
Really?
so sincere, and I want to do my best for this. I don't want anyone to have any doubt.
Pretty sure Lauren put his hand on a Bible in court and said that he was going to tell the truth and never talked about MySpace Molly or any of those other people. I'm not a religious person, so I just want to know though, because it's going to come across in your apology video if there's a lack of sincerity. And just, as someone who does have experience with this stuff, I want you to know that people are going to pick it apart. And if there's anything that they find that comes up later that doesn't match or that refutes what you're saying is sincere, then you might as well have done nothing. It'll actually be worse than doing nothing. So before you read it, I just want to make sure that everything here is sincere and you don't feel like anything was left out.
No, I think I get everything.
Okay.
That being said, because I want to be as honest to you as possible, I have flirted with so many women in the community, I would have forgotten at this point.
Well, that should maybe be the first line of your... That's
kind of telling. Really damn good idea.
Like, is he still trying to impress Wes?
That's kind of telling. That's kind of telling, don't you think, when you flirted with so many women in a small community in a very short period of time, that you don't even remember who it was.
Let me type that right now.
Yeah. Can you hold, please? Let me type. You can see Jorrun's face already.
Okay, cool. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good, ready.
Yeah, I did rehearse a few times because, well, when I say rehearse, I fucking trip over my words.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I mean, I rehearse scripts too. There's nothing
Yeah, I've grossed out so many women in this community. I've lost count.
wrong with that. That's not going to mean it lacks sincerity or not. I just want to make sure before you read anything that someone later is going to pull up something else and be like, whoa, what about this? I want to make sure that it's sincere. So yeah, go ahead and start the talk, and I'll stop you if I have any questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey everybody, this is the rare serious video for me. It's probably the only one I've ever done. It really needs to be made though. I'm going to read what I wrote because that's the best way for me to organize my thoughts and really say what I mean.
Oh my god, Evil Little McNuggets. I watched a Bratz Genie movie recently and I couldn't stop thinking about how there was a solid chance he's watched it before. Absolutely. Or at least looked up clips on YouTube, or it's in his he bought it on Prime or something. Oh my god. Yeah, anything Genie. He has it. Or unless he's still, old school and likes to buy the physical copies like he did with his porn.
Please bear with me. I owe everybody an apology. A very big one. It's been brought to my attention recently just how bad my behavior has been online. It's been really, really bad. I've been inappropriate with a lot of people I've called my friends, as well as strangers. More than that, I've been over-sexualizing them. Treating them like meat sometimes, even. It's a very shitty thing to do. I have no excuses for what I've done. None. I can claim I'm stupid, but guess what? Being stupid doesn't mean your actions don't hurt other people or have repercussions. As they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I can say I never meant to hurt anyone, but what do drunk drivers usually say after they hit someone? The same thing. The outcome is the same regardless, and it's irrelevant.
See, I think
I love the zero shame that Jorrun has by saying he wrote something that Wes told him verbatim. That was a very good point. But he's using it for his apology. See, wouldn't that be embarrassing? Like, I would find that embarrassing. But that's just me.
And let me stop you because I just did. I think in the beginning, maybe you're taking too long with the explanation before actually saying what happened. Because here's the thing. Who knows how many people have seen that drive in that video at this point? They're not going to want to hear that. They know that you've done something very, very wrong. So instead of 3 paragraphs explaining that, I would just jump right to it. You don't need to paint a picture.
Okay. Okay, well,
I mean, continue now, but I just want you to think it, like, when you reread this, I want you to look at it and see, is all that actually important, or is a lot of it filler? Because people just say what you did.
Okay, yeah,
All right, that's like the one TCAP joke or TCAP quote that he executed correctly. Yes, facts, absolutely.
I feel like it was important.
Well, because I'm looking at this, and then the next thing is, so why did I do it? You're talking about why you did something before you even talk about what you did.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you're looking at a recipe, the very first thing on that recipe, if you're looking at like the back of a pack of M&Ms, the very first thing is the thing that's the most of in that recipe. So if it's sugar or whole wheat. And with this, the most important thing here is what you did. Not why you did it, not the pre-setup to the apology. Start with what you did. This is what I did. That's what people are going to want to see.
I got you. I thought it was good just because in the second paragraph I go, I've been really inappropriate, I've been treated over-sexually. I thought that was letting people know right away.
That's vague. No, that's vague.
Too vague.
Okay.
It sounds like an excuse for an apology. That a lot of celebrities and the PR, that's vague.
Oh, dude, I've been doing my damnedest to let my sincerity come through, and I like to be. I think it's long because I like to be real clear. I don't want people to think, oh well, he just shit that out or something. I want people to know that I really thought about this. That's
a 30-second apology that was like, hey, I tried to fuck a kid, and I blamed a lot of people for it, and my life has been ruined because of it, but I'm working hard to try and get that back, and I'm going to therapy and realizing what I did was wrong. That would be something that Lauren could say. That would undo the 12 years of bullshit that he's been spouting. Do you think people would say, God, I wish it was longer?
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been saying that a lot throughout this stream. That's the thing. He really felt that he needed to say all of this shit, like what we've said for many years, like an acceptance speech. I've worked with so many great people in this community. Name drop, name drop, name drop, name drop. His apology could have been... How long was his actual apology? I might have to look. But it could have been cut in half. Do I think if it was cut in half, he would be in a better position? No. But maybe people would have just been like, okay, fuck off, go away, don't want to, and just left him alone if he just fucked off. Possibly. But he just had to talk about himself. He just couldn't help himself. He can't help himself.
Fluff is what you do when you're trying to make a video longer for monetization, but for this, just get straight to it. The meat and potatoes.
Okay. I'm going to continue now. So why did I do it? Again, I have no good excuse. But actually, I guess you're saying that should go out too, right? The next paragraph.
Right, no, but keep reading. I want to hear it. Then we'll decide.
Okay, great, thanks. So why did I do it? Again, I have no good excuse, but I'd like to tell you what.
Hello, Octopushy. I'm gonna continue now. Ooh, yes. He's so smackable. I don't know, would you want to palm slap him or backhand slap him? I don't know. Which would feel more satisfying? I don't know. I'm like trying to physically do it while visualizing he's in my face and I can't decide.
Well, my thought process was, if this makes someone else realize that they're doing the same things, then it can do some good and help them want to change. In my mind, what I was doing was okay. Oh, I'm just flirting. I'm a flirt. If they ask me to stop, I will. They shouldn't have to ask me to stop, though. What if they were too embarrassed and were worried about how I'd react?
Sure.
I've heard horror stories when a woman politely asks a man to stop and he
Hello?
flips the fuck out.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you know what? I think my phone cut out. Can you start over at that paragraph? I missed everything. I thought you were getting ready.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, why did I do it? Again, I have no good excuse. But I'd like to tell you what my thought process was. If this makes someone else realize that they're doing the same things, then maybe it can do some good and help them want to change. In my mind, what I was doing was okay. Oh, I'm just flirting. I'm a flirt. If they ask me to stop, I will. They shouldn't have to ask me to stop, though. What if they were too embarrassed and were worried about how I'd react? I've heard horror stories when a woman politely asks a man to stop and he flips the fuck out.
Do you have an
I
example?
did a lot more than
Do you have an example, Jorrun?
flirting, though. I got real damn sexual. I was objectifying women. How the hell did I justify it? Oh, it's just jokes. I'm a comedian. Yeah, no. There was some of that, and some of the stuff I said was just plain creepy. It was just plain wrong. Period, full stop. Not just on YouTube. And this went on for years. I cringed thinking about it.
All right. So here, I don't. The part about if it can do some good and help someone else change, I don't think the martyr card is a way to go on this. That's going to get you destroyed. Take that part out. This isn't about you helping someone else change. This is about you realizing what you did and apologizing to people. So helping someone else should not be something that that's some PR shit that's thrown in to make people say, like, if I can change this one person from going out and killing someone while drunk driving or, overdosing on heroin, then I'm going to do it. That's not going to happen. No one's going to, because if you would have saw this video a week ago, you would have thought, God, I'm glad I'm not like that, and then you would have gone and talked about Molly's tits. Because that's not talking to you.
Yeah.
Right? I mean...
It was still okay in his mind because we all know that he was going to keep everything, and we all know that he continued to make music on YouTube. Very that. Like, he was so predictable, and he wasn't even around for that long. What the fuck?
How old are you?
48.
And it took you 48 years to realize this, or you think a video a week ago would have changed your mind?
So what? He's like 53 now? 53.
Way of thinking?
Nothing wrong with 53. I'm just, just doing math in my head.
I'm sure you've seen countless PSAs about sexual harassment and how to treat people, but you never thought they were talking to you.
Of course not.
Yeah.
And then the other part where you're talking about, there was some of that, and some of that stuff I said was just plain creepy. No, it was all creepy. All of it, because as soon as you say one thing, everything else Dr. Maurice Wolin could have saved 100 lives the day he goes out to try and fuck a 12-year-old. None of that matters.
Gotcha.
So I did more than...
He doesn't know who that is. Bill Clinton did not get real damn sexual with that woman.
Flirting? I don't think there was any flirting. It was all like the LOLs that Lauren would throw out. What color panties and bra? LOL. When are your parents going to leave? LOL. You were testing the waters. And if you would have got a sexual response back from Molly, it wouldn't have been that it was a joke. It would have been welcomed.
Yes. Yeah. That's
So
true.
let's, again, sincerity. If it's not sincere, someone like me will tear this fuck.
Don't bring the genies. Yeah, no, he doesn't know any of these predator names. He got the sent to an island thing, but still, he was not one of us. Not that you have to remember every predator's name, their screen names, and not that you have to. He blew a lot of smoke.
Fucking thing apart.
Not at all. Not at all.
I have to tell you, my instincts are
Wrong.
proving wrong and wrong again and again in writing this thing.
Yeah. Well,
Everything that I think that is sincere and shows people I'm for real, you're saying is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that's so weird, Jorrun. I wonder why that is. You were listening to some of his streams earlier this week, and he literally even made a Eugene Daily joke, but... Oh, God. How the heck does he not know about Dr. Wall? Exactly. Hi, Slothcat. I'm attempting. I'm attempting. Welcome.
yeah, well, I mean, that is, the saying that you hope one person learns from, that's bullshit. You don't care about that. Right now, your concern is yourself, and that's what your concern should be. Not some other guy. Not saying, yeah, if you guys hate me and kick me out, but a year from now, I found out that some other guy stopped, that'll make it all worth it. That's not true. That's not what you want. Be sincere.
But it is true.
That's bullshit. Jorrun, so you're telling me right now, if they were like, you know what, Jorrun? Fuck you. Go away. Fuck your channel. And then a year from now, some guy contacts you like, hey, man, I was about to, point a time code to some girl's butt and say, like, look at her butthole. And I saw your video and it stopped me from doing that. You would be like, you know what, that really warms my heart and makes it all worth it, what I did.
No.
Okay.
No, that's
bullshit. Sincere.
Bullshit, you know it.
Okay. Should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scene.
In my mind, I created this weird dichotomy.
Not the dichotomy. I'm thinking of someone might know that episode of Sex in the City when Carrie goes to LA and meets with Matthew McConaughey to do like a Sex in the City like movie for her columns, and Matthew McConaughey is like so over the top, pretty much like him. He's like, "That's bullshit, Karen. You know it." Cut. Scene. You have an actor. Okay, never mind.
If I'm generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get really sexual sometimes. Or, oh, she's my friend. She knows how I am. It's cool. Nope. Wasn't cool at all.
Not cool.
Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned one minute and fetishize the same person the next. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you in your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart, you look. Don't wince. Don't look away. But you deal with the sight.
This part always makes me think about Jessie, because the way she look, don't wince. It was so dramatic.
Inside to do something about it. I'm sure you probably want me to get rid of this paragraph.
What? Hold on.
Pickles.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, could you start that one over again?
Yeah. This is probably. I'm almost sure you're going to want me to get rid of this, but anyway,
let me decide that. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Of course. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you in your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart, you look.
No. I missed the paragraph before that.
Oh, okay. In my
Gandhi once said, "Be the change you want to see in the world, kid."
mind, I created this weird dichotomy. If I'm generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get really sexual sometimes.
Really?
Or, oh, she's my friend. She knows how I am. It's cool. Nope. Wasn't cool at all. Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned one minute and fetishize the same person the next.
So are you giving me a lesson? Or this isn't, I'm still yet to get to the apology. That whole paragraph is garbage. It doesn't mean anything. It's just more fluff. Like you're telling me this is what I've learned over these last 24 hours. But I mean, Jorrun, let's be honest. You would not have felt this way if none of that stuff was released today. So that right there,
You're right.
I would tear that shit apart.
Done. It's gone.
Yeah.
All right, so I go directly into the apology right now.
Actually, you know what? Can you read that one last one again?
Oh, ideally.
Yeah, just hit
Hold on.
Control Z or whatever. You know, it's pretty easy.
What the fuck? What do I hit on this thing? Oh, undo. There we go.
Hearing Jorrun like trying to figure out a computer is kind of adorable. It's like, you know, it's like a little old person when you try to show them how to use like Apple Pay or I don't know, something, and they're just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to use this. It's adorable. Jorrun's after school special, absolutely. Jorrun is the kind of guy that only holds the door open for the pretty girls in a group of friends. Oh my god, 100%. If he were to hold a door for like an elderly woman, only if there was a good-looking woman in his eyes, and that would make him look good. LC.
Let me see. Fuck, I did delete it.
Oh, you know, I actually it's still on my screen. Wait, isn't it on the screen from where you pasted it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
I mean, that's what I'm reading off of.
Okay.
Hey, hold on, I'm getting a call on Skype real quick. Hold on, okay?
Oh shit, who's
Sure.
calling?
Hello?
Send shower.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna make the video. Well, no, he's working on he's working on something right now, and I'm gonna decide after. No, I have not seen any new edition.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Can you send me an email? I'm in the middle of something right now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hello?
Hi.
All right. Where were we?
I did.
I know.
You want me to do it?
The fake Hansen call is amazing. Like, how did Jorrun just not like get it? I mean, honestly, it doesn't even matter who it was. It's like, oh no, he's working on an apology right now. Oh no, I haven't seen any new developments. How is Jorrun not just like, oh shit.
Paragraph again. In my mind, I created this.
Oh
weird
yeah,
dichotomy.
please.
Yeah. In my mind, I created this weird dichotomy. If I'm generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get sexual, really sexual sometimes. Or, oh, she's my friend, she knows how I am, it's cool. Nope, wasn't cool at all. Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned 1 minute and fetishize the person the next.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know, I hear it again, and I think it needs to come out.
Okay, it's gone. So going directly into the apology itself. Let me see here. I apologize to all the women in the TCAP community. I've flirted with so many women in the community, I can't even remember them all. I apologize to all women on the internet. I'm sorry for any time my behavior made you uncomfortable, angry, or scared. That's my fuck up, not yours, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it isn't all on me. Your feelings are real, not in your head, and should be validated and acknowledged. I've done projects.
I would take that part out. I don't think you need to tell them that their feelings are valid and real. That would be a really good point, because that would be a really good point to bring up the troll that is not a troll, that people are scared to stream and do things about because they think there's some random person out here trying to take you down. And that sounds like your opening paragraph. I apologize to all women in the TCAP community should be the first line that comes out of your mouth.
In all of
Okay.
And not just the women. I don't know if you're familiar with how sexual harassment works, but if you and I work in an office
Right.
and you're having a sexual conversation with a woman who, for whatever reason, is into it and is going back and forth with you, and I hear it and it makes me uncomfortable, that's harassment too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So, it's not just women who were offended by what you're doing. It offends everyone.
Okay.
So I think that...
Yeah, he probably thinks that, like, no one, like, this is only for women. Women are the only people who, the only gender who would be offended by this. Like, that's how fucking small-minded he is.
The TCAP community as a whole should be apologized to.
All right, I'll change it.
And then, well, I'm not saying change it, but I apologize to the TCAP community. And I apologize to all women, specifically all women in the TCAP community. But you need to address the community as a whole. Because, like, Clobber, you brought Clobber, and Clobber's the nicest guy in the world. And you brought him into that video with Tiffany, too. Like, I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
As much shit as he gives
Right.
Tiffany, as much shit as I give
I forgot that he was a part of the Genie video.
Tiffany, we both really respect.
If you don't mind me asking, did you ever get an education in art, or are you mostly self-taught? When it comes to, like, painting and drawing, no. The only type of training artistically that I have is in, like, music, theater, dance, acting, like that. This is just all my bullshit. So that's why I never am like, I'm such a great artist, because I know I'm not. It's just all me.
Her.
Yeah.
She's a really smart woman and doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and let's start with the apologizing.
Okay. I apologize to all the people in the TCAP community. I've flirted with so many women in the community. I can't even remember them all. I apologize to all the women on the internet.
I wish I took classes, though. Oh, thank you, guys. It's just a fun hobby.
I've done projects with some great female content creators, Tiffany Lockhart, Danny G, Kelp Pill, Kennedy, to name a few. These people gave me their time and effort to help my channel and didn't get a cent out of me. They gave much more than what they got, frankly. I apologize to them for any time I treat them disrespectfully. The sketches I did with Kelp Pill and Tiffany were way too sexual, with me having them say very sensual things.
I mean, the ones that I do that I know are like specifically for people, I definitely try to be more focused, but when I'm just fucking around, I'm just fucking around.
Taking those videos down now. I apologize to Molly. I went to her video and commented on how nice she was bouncing.
How nice. What
I
were
apologize to
bouncing,
the great Babsy for the times I made her uncomfortable, trying to get
Hold on.
Okay.
There's things that need to come out here. I've done projects with some great female creators, and you start naming them. It's not the time to name drop. I'll get rid of that. I would get rid of these people.
Oh, you lost me. Hold on again, please.
I have done projects with some great female content creators, and you start naming them. None of that's important. That's like when
I thought you wanted me to name people.
I want you to name drop the people, Danny G, and I want you to name drop the people who you affected. You're running down a list of people who you worked with.
Gotcha.
That's like when someone says,
that was a West Side, 100% Vex.
Ask any of my black friends, Ramon, Tyrone, if I'm a racist, and they'll tell you I'm not. Running down a list of people you worked with is that's unimportant. And they gave me much more than I would cut it all the way down to the sketches I did with Kelp. So, and even I've done some projects with some great female creators. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
This is not a bio about Jorrun. This should just be the apology and about.
This is not your resume.
The apology.
I gotcha.
By now, people will know what you did. Like, it's spreading. So all this other stuff, all this fluff is just going to upset people. It's like when Lauren would sit at that kitchen table and talk about deviled eggs and macaroni and cheese. Which, okay.
I bet Jorrun doesn't even know what video Wes is even talking about. When Lauren was on his YouTube channel, and she'd be like, "Oh, hello everyone, since all of you have been asking, I didn't get my deviled eggs, and blah, 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 blah." Probably doesn't even know that.
So, All right, so yeah, let's start from the sketches I did.
Okay. The sketches I did with Kelpel and Tiffany were way too sexual, with me having them say very sensual things. I've taken the videos down now. I apologize to Molly. I went to her video and commenting on how nice she was.
That's true. Thank you. I'll say I think it's just different when, you know, because I would just be sitting in my room, just kind of doing it on my own and not really like thinking about it. But I think since I started streaming while I paint, I've definitely got more critical of myself. I mean, who doesn't when you're, you know, showing what you do for fun? So that's it. But I appreciate you guys.
Bouncing. I apologize to
I think you should be more specific about that.
Her tits.
You know, about a video about her bouncing. What does that mean? That's
she was
not specific enough. I made a comment about her.
Oh yeah, facts, absolutely. In one of his streams, someone brought up meatballs. He just said something about meatballs. It wasn't anything like, oh yeah, I didn't get my meatball, didn't get my mac and cheese, like not even a mini syllable. Yeah, oh my god, what stream was it when someone said, like, this is getting hot, how come? And he said, he like repeated, he read what that person said, and they're like, oh, he was like, oh, is it getting hot? Is it getting hot in here? Like, no, it's not. It's a fucking Lauren quote. The most basic of Lauren quotes. You fucking simpleton.
Body bouncing in a video and sexualize her in a very innocent video. Like, it needs to be that specific.
Okay.
I don't know what bouncing means.
What? The term I use is, oh, the bounce cam is doing good, which is creepy as fuck.
That is creepy.
And I love, like, I can feel it in his brain, just so confused that Wes doesn't know what Jorrun's referring to. Even if Wes did, like, it doesn't matter. Like, just the way Jorrun automatically assumed, you know, you're a guy and you like chicks, right? You should know what a bounce cam is. You should, when I'm talking about bouncing, you should, like, dude, look inward.
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah. And I went to a video and commented on how her breasts were bouncing.
Yeah.
Her breasts were bouncing? Question mark? Oh, my phone is on sleep mode. Hold on a second. I do have to keep an eye
I apologize to the great Babsy for the...
I do have to keep an eye out on the time because I do have work in the morning, so I have to make sure that I'm going to bed at a somewhat good time.
times I made her uncomfortable trying to get face pics from her. I've been way too sexual on the live streams with people like Rhoda's Chew Tootsie, Aerodose, Scarlet Ebony. And then I said, you're a troll finding a group of women who deserve respect more.
Okay,
I apologize to
that
anyone.
right there. You'd have trouble finding a group of women that deserve respect more. Why?
Why?
I'm just trying to say how awesome they are.
Do you honestly, in your heart of hearts, feel that those people you just named deserve more respect than nurses on the front line who are fighting coronavirus? So is that sincere?
No, you're absolutely right. All right, let me...
Well, I just caught this, that Wes was about to mention the coronavirus. That's interesting. I never caught that. In your heart of cards. Yes. 2 of hearts.
Get rid of that. I apologize to anyone in my streams or anyone else's streams that I made feel dirty or objectified. I apologize for any comments I left on videos where I was overly sexual.
And how about I apologize to anyone who I left out?
Yes.
And know that your pain is no less than anyone that I mentioned, or something along those lines.
I listed them off.
And you mentioned the videos that you removed. Those are all deleted, right?
Gone.
Some of them are deleted. Well, dude, I'm just going to put all my cards on there because obviously you're going out of your way to help me. So I deleted everything to do with Tiffany, the stuff that I thought was borderline, like the Jorrun After
Polynomio Purebred. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Dark and the sex tips with Dan I have on as unlisted right now or private.
And what's the reason? Are you bringing them back later? Or what's the reason?
Honestly, with some stuff like sex tips with Dan, I don't think that there is anything there that would be offensive to someone. But at the same time, now I'm kind of shell shocked. I'm not saying, oh, poor.
Shell shocked. He is shell shocked, guys. That some of his content was not received well. Mainly the creepy ones.
Me, fuck that. But I'm just kind of like, if I do anything even slightly sensual, is it like, you know what I'm saying?
Have you heard of Typhoid Mary?
Yes.
Okay, what did Typhoid Mary do?
She contaminated everyone without getting contaminated herself.
She got everyone sick, right? And she was a cook. Would you hire her to cook in your restaurant?
Hell no.
Okay, so do you think that after this situation you should be putting up any sexual videos back up? Or how do you think that kind of reaction is that going to get? Should Lauren Armstrong start getting catalogs for the 12 to 13-year-old girl bikini lines?
Hell no.
Nah, people aren't going to react to all of that. So,
well, what is your personal opinion if you heard all my sex tips with Dan? Do you think it's innocent stuff? Do you think it's just like...
Well, I mean, the genie thing sounded innocent until what came out. So you tell me, do you think people are going to have a problem listening to anything you put out that's sexually based after...
I would prefer to keep everything...
After seeing a picture of a 9 or whatever-year-old girl that you're clicking on, do you think you should be putting anything sexual up, Jorrun?
No, absolutely not.
And okay, so all the Tiffany stuff is deleted, and some stuff is privated, but you agree that needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
Okay. Let me see. I haven't just done this on YouTube. I've done it on Instagram, putting some very suggestive comments on pictures of women I found attractive. I'll tell you the women I've quote unquote flirted with were of legal age, but I hit the like button on girls who are way younger. That disgusts me, and I've done that. It's repulsive. Some of the women on IG I became friends with or dated.
Stop. But I've hit the like button of girls who are way younger. That disgusts me that I've done that. It's repulsive. As of when? I mean, because you spent a lot of time explaining things prior.
Yeah. As of when? As of when?
Prior to that I've had you removed, but as of when did that become repulsive?
When I realized what I did and how that it's viewed, it makes my skin crawl.
Is it something that...
Ooh, I might have to go back for a second and what he said.
When I realized what I did and how that it's viewed,
and how it was viewed. I feel like that's the main thing. That got him. I think that's... If he had any sort of like... Oh my god. Maybe I am creepy. 70 Sue, hello. He mostly cares about what people think instead of the shit that he is like, the way he responds to things is that he's not looking. Yeah, but he was, yep, that's right, Nuggets, he was grooming teenagers online in his DMs. Yepers.
It makes my skin crawl.
Is it something that you would have proudly told someone about before?
No, absolutely not. No.
Now, so you wouldn't have told people before that you were liking these pictures.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So then you knew that it wasn't okay.
Yes.
So, but you're repulsed as of today. They would ask the predators, does anyone else know that you're here today? Why do you think they ask them that? If I'm going to meet some strange broad, I let someone know where I'm going. If you're going to meet some strange broad and you know it's not okay, you don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So Jorrun, you weren't telling people that you were doing that because of what reason?
I'm just a private person.
Jorrun,
Oh my
you didn't tell
God.
people for what reason?
What? What comes out of his mouth? Your coloring right now, 72. I love it. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna take my pups outside, but I'll be in the chat.
Because it's wrong.
So is that a sincere line that it disgusts you that you've done that and it's repulsive?
Hmm?
What?
Well, no, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Is it a sincere line that it disgusts you that you've done
Yes.
this and it's repulsive?
Fuck yes. Absolutely.
As of when? Because that would be the first thing I would ask if I tore this video apart in an analysis.
Yeah.
I would open with that line. Because I want to know, when did it become repulsive? When it was pointed out to you? Because you weren't telling people about it. You just admitted you never would have told anyone.
Yeah.
So when did it become so repulsive and now you're disgusted by it? When it was found out by someone?
It's always been repulsive, Les. It's always been something that I knew was wrong. And...
Okay, well now we're getting into another issue, Jorrun. Because if this is something that you always knew was wrong, and yet you continue to do it, then there's another problem, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, Jorrun, you came to a community
Yeah.
built around child predators.
Yes.
You are liking pictures of sexualized little girls in genie costumes. And you're telling me you knew it was wrong, so you wouldn't tell anyone. But now you're repulsed by it after it got found out. Every guy who got busted on Dateline, I'm disgusted by myself. You could shoot me right now.
Yeah.
I think that line needs to be fixed and maybe elaborated on a little bit more, because skipping over that but giving all the background about these great women of TCAT, that's insincere. You really glossed over that line, and I don't think you can gloss over that line.
What should I say?
That is not for me to decide, Jorrun. But I think you need to try again right there, because that is not okay. You're admitting you've hit the like button of girls who are way younger. You knew it was wrong. You knew that it was something that could get you in trouble, and you knew it was something you needed to hide from people.
The thing is, and I don't expect you to believe anything I say at this point, the thing is, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's all I did, start, finish, was hit a like button. That's it. But of course, with everything that's come out, no one would believe me, and I couldn't blame them for not believing me.
It's all progression, Jorrun. How long would it have been until if some 16-year-old, 15-year-old girl hit you up, and it's Halloween, and she's in a genie costume, and she wants to come over and hang out? You know, Lauren didn't start off driving out to Nashville or Bowling Green. He started out chit-chatting and saying hi, and then it becomes normalized, and then one thing progresses to another. So that right there, that one line is not going to be okay. That just glossing over it. There needs to be an explanation, and there needs to be an explanation that you now realize what you did was wrong, but at the time you didn't think it was. And that, because I'm telling you, if you leave it like that, with people seeing what they're seeing in this drive, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. And then someone's gonna want it. Yeah, you can't do that.
I gotcha. Okay. Do you want me to continue?
All right, I am back. Hello, Burnt. I want to make Jorrun's sigh into a ringtone. Make sure it's the I don't know if that one makes me laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me see. What was I? And then I say something that sounds half of an excuse.
Well, no,
Honestly,
you know, Jordan, I just want to hear you read. I just want to hear you read it. Yeah, let me, tell you what, how it sounds. I just want to hear you read it.
Thanks. Some of the women on Instagram I became friends with or dated, but most of them had to deal with attention from me they did not want.
Okay, so which part of that sentence do you think is unnecessary?
That I became friends and dated with someone.
What? See, here's the thing. Like, he's so stupid, but at the same time, he already he seems to kind of know what Wes is gonna say is bad, but he still can't help himself.
Do you think that matters?
No one cares.
Not.
Do you at all? Does it matter?
It's extraneous.
It is, and even the having to deal with the tension from me they did not want. I mean, that's pretty clear. That's the whole point of this apology. So that's also unnecessary.
So
some told me off. Others suffered in silence. That's important.
Yeah.
So you were told several times that it was inappropriate how you were acting.
Over the years, yeah.
And instead of thinking that it was a Jorrun issue, it was their issue.
Mm-hmm.
They were uptight, or maybe they were on their period, or whatever excuse you would have made. But like I said earlier,
they couldn't take a joke.
I said, this isn't the first time. And you're like, no. So you've been told off before. You've been told to fuck off.
Yeah, I have.
And you just bounced right back up and kept going. And how did that work out for you? How did that normally work? And honestly, how did that work out for you?
Honestly, and this will sound like bullshit, but it's just like, well,
honestly,
some of them like it.
I am attempting to redo the Frankenstein painting that I started. I just started this is the old one. I just started making his head bigger and bigger, and I didn't like it. So I'm starting over. Bunny, hello, precious. Okay, you got your ballpoint pen? Good. You are on it. Right, Opie? Maybe boy.
Some of them are receptive, so I just move on. That was what I was telling myself. Oh, some of them.
And that's your sincere thinking.
That was
and you've
exactly
been
what my mind.
You've been nothing but sincere with me up until this point, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like that you're being completely, because I would expect that. I want to give you this opportunity. People want me to make a video about it. It's laid out for me, and I don't want to do that. But my channel is built about predator exposure.
Yeah.
And if you're being completely sincere with me, then I can, let's continue on. But that line needs to come out. Keep in the part about, being told off in silence, and then mention that's unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable?
Uh-huh.
Why is it unacceptable?
Right.
Some told me off. Some suffered in silence. Why is that unacceptable?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Why is that unacceptable?
Because they're not doing it for my kind of attention. They're not interested in some guy that they don't even know coming on to them.
Why is it unacceptable for you, Jorrun?
Yeah.
Not why is it unacceptable in a general sense, because most people don't have to be told not to make toast in the bathtub or not to let their dog shit on a floor and not pick it up.
Yeah.
But some people do. But that's not what this is about. Why was it unacceptable for you that you were told off many times over the years and kept
Oh my
going?
God, all these silly 2020 community inside jokes are hilarious to hear again.
That's what this is about. This is not a general statement on the world or the public as a whole, and you're giving a lesson. This is why you're humbled, and you're showing humility. So why was it unacceptable for you? Because you're asking people to forgive you. They know it's unacceptable.
Yeah. Because I made them feel terrible, man. I felt that made them feel angry or sexual or ashamed or whatever the fuck, negativity. I put that negativity on them.
Jorrun, why was it unacceptable that you continued to do it over the years? That I'm not asking you to give me that answer right now, but you need to write that down. There needs to be something, just like the line about the kids, there needs to be something there about how you recognize that you were told over the years and still kept going. Why is that unacceptable? What does that do to people, and how did it make you feel? How powerful did you feel when you're behind the keyboard and able to say whatever it is that you wanted to these people and make sexual jokes, innuendos, and advances to people? Because hey, even if 1 out of 100 replies positively, you're going to miss every shot you don't take, right?
Yeah.
You only get one shot.
So that needs to be added there. So okay, next I did the same, and then we'll start from there.
I did the same on DeviantArt, sexualizing left and right, so many times I can't even count. I believe the person who...
Hi, Cheddar Bay Billy. Why does he keep saying that? Like, so many times I can't even count. Like it's a flex. Why is he trying to flex?
This is the troll thing. I believe the person who alerted people to my behavior is someone completely separate than the person who's been showing up in live streams pretending to be me. I think the two incidents are completely unrelated.
And then that's it. That's all you talk about. Do you know what it's like to try and blow a whistle on someone and that person tells people this is a fucking troll, don't even pay attention? This person was trying to make a video and release it to show people and got shut down, was told to fuck off.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Until
By you, Jorrun.
yesterday, I thought it was all the same person. I was choosing to believe it was all the same person. And now I know absolutely
So what if it was?
it was not.
So do you think that this sentence should be buried? You have people who don't want to stream on their own channels because they think there's some random troll out here going after people. Eurovision thinks that there's thumbs down on his videos because of this troll.
I believe that's true, though.
Why?
I mean, I've had a number of people in the community say I had this troll. As soon as I started saying that, mind you,
Everyone has a troll. Everyone has a troll. Everyone has a troll, guys. Everyone has a troll.
this was like 2 months ago. It's just like, they're like, oh yeah, I had someone too.
Why would it be the same troll? Like, just saying that, oh, I had this troll 2 months ago. That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, I mean, it's been a...
Jorrun,
I've dealt with trolls.
Perfect. But you're wrong. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. You buried this. You buried this. And this is important because people are afraid. And you need to let people know that I believe that the person who has alerted people to my behavior is someone completely
Ooh, my IBS.
separate than the person who's been showing up in live streams pretend. It's a run-on sentence that means nothing. You need to let people know that some of you right now are afraid because you think there's a troll attacking your site. I brought this on myself.
Yeah.
This person is after me and me alone. Please continue living your lives and doing your thing. Like, this person doesn't want... Because they mention nothing about these other people, Jorrun.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just you. Just fucking you.
So should I not at all mention the fact that there was a separate troll doing very different things?
No.
Read that line and tell me that it doesn't sound like a confusing fucking mess. If someone wasn't completely aware of what was going on, they wouldn't even know what you were talking about there.
Butters.
You're right.
The person who was alerted, the person who I called a troll was not a troll. It was, in fact, trying to warn people about my predatory behavior. Spell it out that clearly.
Okay.
Yes, Daddy.
Let me see. All right, I'm going to delete this and type that out. The person who was alerting...
Hold on, Wes. Let me, God.
people to my...
No, Jorrun, I need you to continue on and finish that part later, and then you can send it to me again. Because I got my kid here and stuff, and I'm taking time out
okay.
to do this with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I have 2 paragraphs
Yeah, Kingpin.
left. Hello?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, Okay, I have 2 paragraphs left.
Waiting.
You'd have trouble finding a group of women that deserves more respect than the TCAP community. Well, you already said that's wrong.
Yeah, you put that in there twice. And I mean, it's such bullshit.
Okay. Let's see here. I apologize to anyone in my streams or anyone else's streams I made. Wait, did I? Oh, sorry. I just thought I had. I get a little lost.
No, Jorrun. You're just too scared to say what you typed out loud. Is that it? That's what I'm feeling right now.
I apologize to anyone in my streams or anyone else's streams that I made feel dirty or objectified. I apologize for any comments I left on videos where I was overly sexual. The old excuses. I was thinking in my little head.
Ew,
Think about that.
stop.
If ever something you want to be the case, and yeah, that's something I should, like you said, I should take out.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, or unless you think it's funny, or you think it's good, right, Wes? Don't hit me, no.
All right, let me see. Yeah, people don't need to know.
Now, I want you to read the whole paragraph.
No, I just completely did.
I wonder if, I mean, no, not I wonder. Wes is asking Jorrun to reread certain parts of his apology. So maybe, just maybe, what Jorrun is wrote down and saying out loud, if anything clicks. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. That's not good. And there might be a little bit of it, but Wes keeps having to say, like, okay, reread that and then tell me. Here's an example. You know, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Do you think this works?
Well, you didn't even finish it. I was telling you that one line wasn't. But again, you pasted the whole thing into the chat, Jorrun. So read it from the chat.
Let me see. I apologize to anyone in my streams or anyone else's streams that I made feel dirty or objectified. I apologize for any comments I left on videos where I was overly sexual. And then I would take out the rest and go to the last paragraph.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and read the last paragraph.
All right. Thank you all for listening to me. My time on YouTube has been amazing. Made so many good friends, had so much support from me and my general talent.
My general talent. He can't help himself. He can't. You know what? I don't remember. When's Jorrun's birthday? What astrological sign is he? My God.
I've been accepted with open arms and treated
Thank you for this pedo award.
really, really good. It's time for me to step up and prove I'm worthy of that. I've taken down my videos that were sexual in nature. My stuff going forward will not be sexual. It's not like there's a world of things out there to discuss and make jokes about. I'm going to make sure I'm respectful to all the women I meet on the internet and in person from now on. Thank you for your time.
Oh my God, Vex, that would be amazing.
I hope you can forgive me, but if you can't, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Talking about the support for you and your talent.
No one cares. No
What?
one cares.
Well, I just want to show that I'm appreciative for everything that's done.
But
you know,
but you haven't been appreciative. So talking about that's not good.
February. Okay. Oh my God, he's an Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius is. God, it would make more sense. When does Aquarius? Where do they end? Dates. Hmm. Pending. Because he has a lot of my, like, my mother's traits, but her birthday is after Aquarius. You know, I have to say, I am not too familiar with the Aquarius signs. I haven't really met that many.
Maybe a good. So you're saying everyone reached out to me and was so incredible to me, and I treated them like fuck toys. But now I respect them, and my talent. You're talking about your talent, and this.
Okay, I can kind of understand that. I mean, me as a Gemini can understand certain aspects of that. I guess.
Love that you have. You're talking about what you've gotten.
Right. Okay,
So
how about if I go from
so
thank you all
Italian.
for listening to me to I've taken down my videos that were sexual in nature. My stuff going forward will not be sexual.
Yeah, read it like that. Read the whole last paragraph like you just said it.
Okay, let me just take that out. Okay. Thank you all for listening to me. I've taken down my videos that were sexual in nature. My stuff going forward will not be sexual. It's not like there's a world of things out there to discuss and make jokes about. I'm going to make sure I'm respectful to all the women I meet on the internet and in person from now on.
Now that part's important. I want to key in on that part. You're going to be respectful to all women you meet on the internet and in person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can say that with 100% sincerity. If I was looking you in the eye, you would say, I sincerely will be respectful to all women I meet, and the current women like Molly or Mini Syllables, Kelp Pill.
Yeah.
And that's sincere.
Yes.
And you're being 100%. Now with the script that I know there's still some things to work on, but with what you've built out, you believe that you've been 100% sincere with me, and this is a sincere apology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'd be lying if I said that I didn't care about those people, even though I did things that were terrible. And that's kind of where I've got myself, where there's one part of me that cares and respects and is real, and there's another part that's a horny fuck.
What?
And that's something I need to address in my personal life.
Well, I mean, I haven't talked to Tiffany. I'll be honest, I have not talked to Tiffany about any of this.
She met.
I mean, I've always found it fascinating. Astrology. Am I like married to it? No. I've read things about Geminis and I'm like, okay, that's not necessarily me, but I don't know. It's just, it's fine, guys. It's fine. You don't have to take it like too serious.
Bitch me.
Okay, and what did you tell her? Like, what did you tell her you were going to be doing?
So let me pull that up. I says it's deleted. The videos, everything I did with her is deleted from YouTube and my hard drive. The sketch, the rehearsal, the behind the scenes, everything is gone.
All of it.
Yes, Virgos and Geminis are ruled by Mercury. Absolutely, we are dual people. I get what you mean about the. I mean, kind of. Yeah. Because I'm pretty close to a Cancer, I guess. Because my birthday's June 19th, and I think Geminis end at on the 21st. I don't know. I think it just depends what you read and what you take from it. Do I believe that I'm like two-faced? Like, no. Am I adaptable? Oh, thank you, Vexy. Do I adapt in any type of environment? Yes. Yes.
Gone.
I don't even have a backup or anything.
So nothing. Okay. So I mean, that'll probably make her feel better to know that that none of that stuff's there. And if you're being sincere, I could tell her that when I do, speak with her whenever that is, because I'm sure that'll make her feel a lot better knowing that that's gone. Especially with the admission of the kids and the genie stuff. Like, that's not going to be something she's gonna. And you did that. So like, you told her that, and then. So I have one question for
MCL. Such a Taurus. Some Cancer is nice.
For you.
Yes.
What is this? Because that was just sent to me as the genie video that's been privated and not deleted.
It says authentication error. Please select it.
Oh, this is great, guys. This is great. This is when Jorrun gets caught not deleting the Tiffany Genie skitscat.
Different account.
Is the video privated or deleted, Jordan?
I deleted it. If you give me 1 second, I'll check. It was 100% deleted. I will go in there so I can make fucking sure. Let me say.
Fucking sure. Huh, that's quite an underrated a Jorrun quote. I must say.
I'm not taking any half measures here. I'm not screwing around. Okay.
When I go to the video, it says this video is private.
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
So I'd have to say that kind of lacks sincerity if that's the
Right,
case.
right. No.
Yeah.
The
Since,
stuff that
you said, Jorrun, that this is 100% sincerity.
I have privated but not deleted yet has been the kelp pill stuff.
Jordan,
Why?
I'm looking at I have a channel too. I know the difference between a private video.
And that's the thing, like, Wes is at a channel, I don't know how much longer than Jorrun, but definitely longer than Jorrun. Like, why did he think that he could, pull one on him? Oh, thanks, Vexia. He's looking a little drowsy right now, but isn't that kind of like the point? He's supposed to look a little sleepy.
In a deleted video, I'm looking at a screen that says video unavailable. This video is private. That's not what a deleted video would say.
But it's deleted. Hold on, I'm going to go very carefully because I want to take this seriously and not...
How careful there's a delete button. It's not careful. Either you did it or you didn't, Jordan, and I'm giving you a chance right now.
Is this something you're clicking on right now?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it right now. I'm on myself. I was sent the link as we were talking.
Yeah.
Was sent the link and asked. I thought he was deleting these. And if it's something that you're keeping, hold on. If it's something that you're keeping for your own pleasure, even after all this, Jordan, that's not good.
I mean, there's options. You get options: public, private, unlisted. Right? There's liar.
Hold on.
Because that's what I'm seeing. Video private.
Now the new one says video. How the fuck can it say video private if it's deleted?
Because that would mean it wasn't deleted.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I will delete.
And here's the thing. He has it on his computer. I'm sure, right? When you record something, you have it on your computer as, whatever file, and then you upload that file to YouTube. You can delete it, but still have it on your computer. Did he think that one day this is all gonna just blow over and he could just resurrect this skitscat and maybe attract other genie enthusiasts or something to validate him? Because if it was just for him, I don't know. I wondered too why he didn't have anything backed up because he was making the content. Yeah, but I disagree. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like it should be on your computer. Like I need to condense a lot of my shit and put it on like a separate drive because my computer's getting a little slow. It's getting, it's my computer's getting a little old now. Hi, Jorrun. He wanted to access it from his phone, most likely. Baby Jesus. That's it. That is a good point. That's Jorrun says, very good point.
Everything that shows up as private is this second, because this shit needs to get done.
Jordan, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I'm asking you right now.
Yeah.
Was that video privated?
It's gone.
Jordan.
Deleted. Completely off my computer. Completely off
need
YouTube.
you.
It's gone. We have to hear that again.
Well, I need you to. Jordan,
Shit needs to get done.
Jordan, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I'm asking you right now.
Yeah.
Was that video privated?
It's gone.
Jordan.
Deleted. Completely off my computer.
Completely off my computer. I don't know why. For the longest time, I always said I said completely erased, but it's completely off his computer. He had no more space on his PC. He wouldn't delete the genie porn.
I need you. Well, I need you to calm the fuck down.
Okay.
That's not okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice.
I'm the last person you should be raising your voice at right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You direct all that anger at fucking Jordan. Don't yell at me.
Okay. I'm sorry, brother. I really am.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Yeah.
Was the video privated? Because I'm seeing it as privated and that's not cached. I know IT
It was
far better than you. This
Yeah.
was a fresh screen. I changed the IP address just in case, and it's coming up as video privated.
This is crazy shit. I deleted it. Let me see if I can at least try to figure out. Okay. So Tiffany contacted me at 10:30.
I'm looking at it right now, Jordan. So
I hear you.
I'm telling you that it's upright, that it says privated right now.
How is that possible?
How is that possible? I'm so glad I didn't miss that. How is that possible? Oh my god. I feel Vex. I feel like if Wes ever yelled, it would be like a booming thunder of Zeus. I mean, if you've listened to some of those Jesse calls, he's gotten real heated. Yeah, his inner Manzi there, yeah. Man, what was it? Like he kept saying like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck. Oh my god. Woo, woo, woo. Jesus. And it's like so gross that Jesse was like turned on by it too. Like, girl. Like he's literally telling you something wrong that you are doing. I don't know. She's just, Jesse.
Hold on. Okay. Would it help if I changed browsers? I mean,
Jordan, if the video's gone, then it wouldn't matter. You could do it on
Yeah, after Jorrly for sure.
your phone.
yeah.
The browser's not going to matter.
Yeah.
It says the
So
video
this
is
is the
private.
frustration of someone who is actually innocent, finally. And,
I'm just failing to find the humor in the situation with everything going on, and you're telling me that you're being sincere and that everything is gone, and then I get this while we're on the phone. While you're telling me your sincere statement, I get this.
I will delete my entire channel if you think that's what I need to do.
Jordan,
That's how serious I am.
I want you to stop asking me what I think you need to do.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't have expertise in preying on women online to the point where I have to delete a channel. I don't know what to do. I know what not to do, and that's why I've avoided this situation. You need to decide what you're going to do, but I'm telling you right now that I'm looking at a video that you said was
Howdy, Zaki.
deleted. I know what a deleted video looks like, and I know what a private video looks like.
Yeah.
They don't accidentally switch between one or another.
And you said it's not cached.
I mean, I'm offended that you would even ask me that.
Wait, it's not what?
Dude,
I mean,
I'm trying.
I know
Trying.
IT far better than you. I know how to create a new screen. I switch my IP. I completely clear the cache in an incognito tab. I'm seeing that this
Cached. I don't know what that means.
video is private. Now, if I refresh it and then it says that the video is gone, that tells me that now you went and deleted it. But if it stays up that it's private, it tells me that you're just keeping it private for your own personal use.
Oh boy, I can't win. Oh.
Boy, I can't win.
Is it possible that somebody sent a link to something else that's currently private? Telltale is still up.
Do you think that I'm a rookie? You don't think I had this link already?
No.
You don't think I had this link already? You don't think all this stuff was sent to me prior to you
Oh yeah, total alpha. This Jorrun guy, very intimidating.
privating and deleting? I'm telling you that people laid out a blueprint for me to make a video. This is what people do.
Yeah.
They send me a blueprint of everything so I don't have to go and search for it.
Yeah.
That video had already been downloaded and put into a Google Drive. So the Three Wishes video is downloaded and available, but you said that it was deleted, cleared, wiped from your hard drive, and I'm looking at a screen that says it's been privated.
How is that possible? I could send you a screenshot right now of all my content, the back end, everything. I want to do my absolute best to let you know that I'm sincere and that all your time that you've given me has not been a waste. Yes, of course I want to save my skin. I'm not going to lie, but you've been going above and beyond much more than I deserve.
Yeah, send me that screenshot, and then you might as well keep working on your script. I'm gonna look into some things on the back end here. I'm getting stuff coming in, so I'm gonna check this stuff out, and then let me know when you're done.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Oh wow, is this the... Oh wow. We're moving on. So I wish I could do shadows and color like
On
that.
July 6th, 20...
Thank you, Vex. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best to work on shadows and making things a little more... Things like pop out a little more and make things just look less flat. But I appreciate it. It's something that I'm definitely been kind of working on. Yeah, contours and all that shit, yeah.
D20, at 11 a.m. Pacific, Jorrun called West
Vex? Are you at the Wendy's? And you're in the bathroom?
Most.
Ready to pick
Jorrun
me
had
up?
some sleep, and more time to reflect on his actions. Was Jorrun telling the truth about the genie video on YouTube? Would he recognize all of the people he hurt? No, once again Jorrun would fall short in his apology. He would have to do it yet again.
Yet again.
This was the final call before Jorrun would record his now infamous apology. The date was July 6, 2020.
Jorrun, yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Good. So so now that you had a night, before we get to the script, you've had a night to kind of, reflect on everything and look back. And I want to start off by asking you again, is that video privated or deleted? Because I've looked at a lot. I talked to my my ad guy, with the ad sales team, and he got with the YouTube team. He works for YouTube, Google employee, and there are deleted videos and there are privated videos, and there.
Ooh, go dark to light and highlights after shadows. You can make paint lighter, but not in reverse. That's true. I don't know why I do that. I tend to go light first. It's just a stupid habit that I have. But I have heard that.
Sometimes times where a video is deleted and it'll show a different screen, but it's never going to show a screen saying that the video's been privated.
Okay.
So, right off the bat, that's not going to look good.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I'll ask again, was the video privated or deleted?
I'm going to go through some
It was deleted. I'm willing to turn on my Skype and you can see my screen itself.
That won't. Was it privated originally?
Yes. It was privated first and then deleted.
Was it privated when you told her you were deleting it, Jorrun?
I want to answer. I want to remember so I can answer honestly.
I think you just did with the side.
Okay.
I think you just told me that you told her you deleted it, but you really privated it for your own reasons. And that
It was already privated.
Oh, I still love my spicy chicken sandwiches from Wendy's, Vex. I still do.
Then it was deleted.
Jorrun,
Yes.
you told her you were deleting it, but it was privated, correct?
It was privated
Jorrun,
before.
Jorrun,
Yes.
I really don't want to argue semantics with you.
I understand.
This
It's
is
completely deleted,
This
Wes,
is a
is
game.
what I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is a game you won't win. What I'm
Okay,
asking
I
you is,
understand.
Oh yeah, I love me a good spicy chicken sandwich. Right now my favorite is still Wendy's. Not that have had like every spicy, but
were you telling people that it was deleted?
gone, deleted, completely off my
But
computer.
you had in fact privated it. Then later when you went to try and delete it, maybe now it's still showing privated, but at one point you were saying it was deleted it, but you had privated it, correct?
Ooh, this is the green I've
As
been looking
soon
for.
when she asked me if it was
Kelly
deleted,
Green.
I deleted it immediately.
Jorrun,
Yes.
here's the problem. Because,
I
what you're
honestly
understanding is there's receipts, and what's going to happen is people are going to come forward and say, well, he told me at this time that it was deleted.
Yeah.
And then if you're saying that you deleted it when you talked to Tiffany Lockhart, well, then that would mean that there would be a timestamp of when you told her that. So if those things
I
don't
can give you
match
the
up,
timestamp.
Jorrun, do you understand what I'm saying? If you were telling people earlier in the day that it was deleted, but what you're saying it was actually privated, and then you didn't actually delete it until you spoke with Tiffany, that is a problem.
Okay.
And is that what happened? And I keep asking, and you're dancing around it, and that kind of tells me the answer. Because it's a very simple question I'm asking you. Were you lying about it being deleted earlier in the day and then deleted it after speaking to Tiffany Lockhart? Yes or no?
You're not going to like my answer.
Then why didn't you fucking answer? Like a little child. You're not gonna like what I have to say, Danny.
Yes or no?
I don't remember for sure.
Shut up!
It happened yesterday, Jeff Stacy. You have to remember. It was yesterday.
It happened yesterday, Jeff Stacy. Let's hear that again.
It happened yesterday, Jeff Stacy. You have to remember. It was yesterday. You know,
Yes,
and I
yes,
think, okay, yeah, so the answer is yes. So, Jorrun, why would you do that? Why? So
I
you
privated everything, and when
Nope.
Nope.
You were told that it was offensive. You were told that it was that what you had done was basically sexual assault.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
instead of deleting it, you privated it. Was that so that you can listen to it later, Jorrun?
no.
Can I switch topics?
I think the size don't lie, and I think what you're saying is yes. Because why else would you have kept it? If someone told you, "Hey, that video that you downloaded off of off of Pornhub, it's actually a 14-year-old," would you private it or delete it?
Delete.
Okay, but since it was just Tiffany Lockhart, and how offensive is it? It's a genie. We know what the video was for. And, no amount of excuses are going to make people see it any other way. So the fact that you would private instead of immediately deleting makes kind of the rest of the apology when you're saying, I've realized what I've done, and I've learned this and I've learned that. How true is that when you were told that this is offensive? Go ahead. So what did you do? You privated? What happened? So tell me kind of the timeline of when you woke up yesterday, and then you figured out what was going on, and then you started privating.
You had your Fruity Pebbles.
I hear that.
Okay, let me check Skype so I can give you a timeline. All right. She contacted me. Let me see here. I'm looking at the message that I sent her at 5 p.m. before she contacted me, where I first.
That's okay. Listen, what I'm saying. The timeline yesterday when you woke up, because we spoke. We had spoken even on 4th of July when I was kind of messaging. You're like, this person's grasping at straws. They got nothing. I'm going to bed. You want to talk about it? Call me. That was kind of your attitude. Yeah. It was pretty cavalier. Yeah. Like, I don't really want to entertain this anymore. This is bullshit. If you want to talk about it, give me a call, but I'm not going to sit here on the phone with you going back and forth. And maybe to you, it made it sound like you've been vindicated, but to me that kind of made me think there was something more, and that's when I looked at the video from what you were calling a troll, because your attitude, you had no interest in watching the video. If someone made a video about me, saying what I called lies, better fucking believe I would watch it, because my intention would be to make a response.
Yeah, the fact that he claimed that he didn't watch the video, I don't know, it's kind of like asking the same question of, does he watch things about himself, since, people getting into the geography, has he listened to any of this? I don't know. Maybe at first, but if he actually did take himself to... Yeah, he already knew what happened, so why should he watch it? Yeah, I also think that he doesn't want to know what's going to come out about him. He doesn't want to know about it. Yeah, so you're saying he's kind of just like a la 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 la, I can't, if I don't hear it, it's not true kind of thing. I can see that too. I can totally see that too. Aaron E., I am making sure that your name is going to be in the new Jorrly song. You think it'd be too humiliated? I don't know. I can't help it. I dance around other ones, other options. I feel like he would be curious, but then he would do the earmuffs. I don't know. I can see both. He knew that he showed his dick. Oh my god, that's right. And I remember that video. Do I still have the original tiny pee-pee dump? I think I do.
To it. And your lack of desire to watch it told me that there was something I needed to go and look at. You didn't want to address it.
I ran from it like a coward.
Yeah.
I ran from it like a coward, straight up.
And, when all of your content is about making fun of cowards and how Lauren is a coward, when faced with the exact same thing, you did the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's got to be pretty eye-opening to you.
Yeah, it really is.
So take me back. Saturday, 4th of July, America's birthday, you go to bed
America's
feeling
birthday.
vindicated. This video had come out. Your friends, quote unquote friends in the community, had chased this person off, had their video removed, and as far as you were concerned, it was done and it was going to be over soon, and you'd be back to TCAPing and doing your thing the next day or Monday, maybe Tuesday it would all blow over and you'd be back to doing your thing. So Sunday morning, now I know in between Saturday and Sunday that's when the link and the Google Drive and
Hi, Wes. Just say it's not your dick. That's not my dick.
stuff was sent out. So take me back to yesterday morning when you realized this is wrong, and then what your process was.
Let's see. What time did you contact me at?
It wasn't me when you decided that that it was wrong. It had nothing to do with me. Screenshots are going around, Jorrun. I know that at some point earlier in the day you decided, okay, well, this is wrong, and I'm asking you what happened, because I know that someone sent something to you. You saw something. You didn't wake up and decide, oh shit, what have I done? Someone told you, like, hey, there's some stuff out here and it doesn't look good. And it wasn't me, because you'd already decided that when I talked to you.
Who did originally tell me? Must have been someone on Discord.
You know, I've got a little time. If you need to go to Discord and look at it, because that's what I'm curious about, Jorrun. I really feel like I'm looking at the apology, I'm listening to you, and there's a disconnect. And
A guy named Kevin. Hello.
that disconnect is going to be it's going to make your video as disingenuous as the Lauren apology. So I need you to go back and figure out when you realize it was wrong, because that's going to be a question that a lot of people are going to ask.
Yeah. I can tell you this. I don't know if it's relevant. So I'd sent the message of apology to Tiffany at 5
PM?
and PM.
Okay, that's
yesterday.
That's nothing to do. I mean, you sent that apology after being talked to by several people, correct?
Well, no. What I'm just trying to timeline between
You're
when
going back.
the video
I don't
was
want you to
deleted.
work backwards from the video. Let's not talk about that video for right now, and let's go back, like I keep asking, to when you decided, when you woke up and it was like, oh man, what have I done? Because I know that's not what happened. You were still feeling vindicated when you woke up on...
Okay, I hate to, you know what, I'm not going to say anything about the painting. Because once I start to say something positive, something happens.
July 5th. You were still feeling good. A little shitty because you had been catfished, but you were still feeling pretty good. And
I'm trying to figure out
something happened. Jorrun, something happened. It was one thing. You know, like if bombs started falling on your city right now, you would remember the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember what happened. It was yesterday. Please don't do the delay tactics with me, dude. My kid knows even not to do these with me. They don't work. I don't need to know who the person was, but what happened and what time was it yesterday? Because, Jorrun, these receipts are going to come out. If you don't get ahead of this, like I told you Friday night, it's going to turn out much worse. And you didn't listen to me. And it's funny because the one time you did listen to me, you did a stream with Kennedy and made a lot of money. And then you start doing shit on your own, and maybe I really don't know what I'm talking about. And that hasn't quite worked out. Friday night, I gave you the best advice anyone was going to give you regarding this, without even knowing the entire situation. Jorrun, get ahead of it.
Yeah.
You didn't listen.
You're right.
You credit me for knowing how to deal with trolls, quote-unquote trolls, but then you didn't listen to me. Because it would have been more embarrassing for you to admit those things. But how much more embarrassing is it now? Because now there's a drive out there. So people aren't waiting for an explanation. They're waiting for you to explain the things that they already see.
Yeah.
So, again, yesterday morning, after you woke up and had your Fruity Pebbles or whatever it is you did.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the Fruity Pebbles quote.
What was it that happened so that you knew I fucked up?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm going through Discord right now trying to
Jorrun,
figure out who first
I
contacted
just
me.
find it really hard.
Jorrun is not understanding the question. It's simple. When did you realize or decide what you did was fucked up? But he's like, well, wait a minute. Let me go back to my conversation with this person. Blah, blah, blah. What? All right, put that down. Flip it and reverse it. He is not getting it. He's not getting it. Oh no, I bet he still thinks that he was wrongfully accused, and he's the hero in his own story. Oh yeah. I gotta put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Let's see. Elliot is queen.
Hard to believe that you're saying that you don't remember what you were told or who it was that contacted you that alerted you to, like, hey, this is much worse than you let on to.
With my memory, especially when I'm in panic mode, everything becomes a blur. That's me personally.
Look, I have a lot of
It's
experience
maybe
with
very
crisis
different than
mode.
you, but
It's a blur.
But you've had all morning. You had all yesterday. And you're going to tell me you don't remember the first message that said, like,
Zachy knows, yeah.
hey, this is more fucked up than you said it was.
I've been concentrating on nothing other than the apology.
Okay,
wanting
all right,
to
go
do
back.
it,
Go back to your
trying to.
Discord. I'm going to wait. Go back to your Discord and find the message because it'll be there. So.
Sure.
He's dead now. If I can help just one person.
Okay, you contacted me yesterday at 1:24 a.m. with Jorrun gets Tiffany Dack out of sexual fantasy.
What?
What?
And then
I contacted you at 1:24 a.m.
my time.
yesterday.
That's what it says yesterday. And then you mentioned at
Hold on.
6:37 p.m.
Hold on. I contacted you at 1:24 in the morning. Where?
Skype.
And I said at 1:24 a.m. What?
Huh? You sent me the link from Mac and Cheese saying Jorrun gets Tiffany Dack out of sexual fantasy.
Oh, it was not the link. It was a screenshot, correct?
Yes.
And you said what?
And then I said very cavalierly, this person is grasping at straws. I did that sketch months ago. And I said,
I can't hear you.
to bed.
What was that?
Yeah, say that
So
again.
I said very cavalierly that this person was grasping at straws. The sketch has been up for months now.
You kind of blew it off, right?
And
Yeah.
And then you went
yes,
to bed.
very much so.
There was
Yep.
you weren't concerned. There was no concern. I
Yes.
could tell.
Absolutely. And then yesterday you said at 6:37 there have been people more supportive of you. That ends today.
Now, there have been a few people, but okay, dude. I'm asking you about the morning, because by the time I know, Jorrun, I keep reminding you,
Yes.
screenshots are floating around. I know you were contacted earlier in the day, Jorrun.
Yeah.
You said it was in your Discord, and now you're telling me about what's in your Skype. I need you to stop hiding it. You're telling me what happened at 1:37 a.m. and then at 6:37 p.m. Jorrun, do better. I know.
Oh my God, I really should be tired right now, but I'm not.
Fucking remember.
You don't need to remember what's written in your Discord.
No.
I know. I'm searching now through messages I got yesterday.
How many messages did you? Was it a lot of people real supportive of you, telling you that this was just?
Honestly, my sleeping is so insane. I can't. Not that I'm the only one. I know. Sleeping is fucking crazy, but like last night, I went to bed. I was passing out before 9 o'clock p.m. I went to sleep. Had a wonderful sleep. Now it's almost 11. I'm completely awake and I have to be at work at 8 in the morning. So, yeah, my sleep is fucked.
Troll and just let it go.
Yeah, there was some of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad juju. Just also having a good time. It's just me and the pups.
Okay,
tonight.
I woke up around 1 p.m. So it should be sometime around there or later.
Don't like going to sleep alone.
I see fucking nothing. I talked to about 5 people. Let me check.
Jorrun, okay, so then I need you to tell me that, because I don't know. I guess you want the receipt to come out first, and then you can admit to it later. What happened yesterday, Jorrun, when you suddenly realized that everything that you'd been told from the night of the 3rd, and then all of a sudden on the 5th, you decided, okay, yeah, this was wrong. What happened? No, Jorrun, I'm asking you. What do you need to see?
Hold on. Let me check. My God.
You don't remember yesterday at what point you had this come to Jesus moment?
No.
And now you realize that
At least he's being honest, I guess.
everything was wrong. Everything that you had done was wrong. It just a light went off. You didn't talk to anyone?
Let me see.
Yeah. Let me check my DMs. Oh,
dude, I have a shitty memory.
I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna remind you again.
Mm-hmm.
If you raise your voice at me, this is not going to end well for you. You'll notice how calm and measured I am.
You are. I apologize.
Like that is your last warning. Do not raise your voice at me.
Okay, my personal frustration level.
Your personal frustration level is with you.
It doesn't fucking
And it's not a reflection. And it's not a reflection of me. And the only person trying to help you in that right now is me. So if you want that to
work, right, Vex? But he remembers everybody's fucking name and addresses. Okay, that was a better snap.
and you want me to just go ahead and make the video and I'll just tell the story my way, we can do that. Yell at me again.
Do it again. Do it. I dare you. Oh my God.
Did you hang up?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna back up. When Wes says, like, do it again, and there's this silence.
Oh, did you hang up on me?
Damn it.
Go ahead and make the video. This is me.
Okay, here we go.
So if you want that to end and you want me to just go ahead and make the video and I'll just tell the story my way, we can do that. Yell at me again.
Hear that? Jorrun, he is sit like a good dog should, both paws up front, staring at his owner in the eyes, waiting for his next command.
Oh, did you hang up on me?
No, I thought you disconnected.
No, you scared him completely mute. But here he comes, like, oh no, Oh, I'm good. I thought you hung up. He's starting to look like a character from an old 90s film called Gummo. Ooh, interesting. I'll have to look that up.
I didn't disconnect you.
Okay.
I don't do that. I don't play games. I don't yell. I don't scream. I don't hang up on people. I don't do that shit. I'm a man.
Right.
I handle things like a
I
man.
appreciate that.
Now you're a man.
I appreciate that. I know Mini Syllables reached out to me yesterday, and she said she would like to do an interview with me.
Okay, what time was that?
Okay, let me see. We are looking at 1:04 p.m. and I had just gotten up.
Why would it take you so long to find something that happened at...
Oh, he did hang up on you? Holy shit. Gummo from the person who made Kids? The movie Kids? Woo, that took me back. Woo, I went back in time just now. Interesting.
1:04. When you said yourself you woke up at 1 o'clock.
I have no legs.
Because I was going through Discord and this was Skype.
Okay. And what did you and because I didn't know about this. What did you and Mini Syllables discuss?
Yeah, I was going to mention this to you today and get your opinion. She said maybe you should do a response video.
Your approval.
She says I was thinking about that, and she said she would like to ask me and interview me, and I said okay, I would think about it. And she says I will be unbiased, and we could do it privately, and if you feel comfortable, I can put it on my channel.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a good idea. She seems to me to be someone who would be unbiased. She says, I definitely have feelings, but this way you could get your thoughts out there. I told her the apology video was my priority, but I was definitely considering it. I absolutely wanted to run it by you before I did any sort of interview, because you have a much clearer head by far than I do.
Well, in my opinion, I think it's a good idea. I think you should come ready to be much more truthful than you've been with me when we started talking about everything. And no, I think it's a really good idea, and it also gives you a chance to apologize to Mini Syllables right there during your interview, because I've heard you say things to and about her before.
I haven't seen Gummo.
Yeah.
And doesn't she have daughters who are also a part of the community?
I don't know. I do know she has daughters.
Pretty sure her daughters have been a part of the community and have been on things. And just
yeah, I feel like Jorrun is, for the most part, the same. Does he still online date? I don't know. Like presently now, and where we are today. If I was him, I wouldn't. But yeah, I remember watching Kids and being like, holy shit, this is correct in a lot of ways, except like New York, growing up in like the Valley in California, like very that.
Just imagine her daughters listening to some of the things that you said about their mom.
I feel so gross.
May I ask you a question for your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, this may not be relevant
Permission to speak, please.
at all, but because I am serious, very serious.
The Frankenstein monster O-face? I wasn't planning on it being the O-face, but maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm winging it. No one claimed this, so I'm just having a good time. His attitude! The little tood that he has. this over 50-year-old man now. I don't know. I don't see him changing for the better. Has he just given up? That he's just gonna be this for the rest of his life? I don't know.
Serious about getting my head together. Today I called my insurance company and I got a list of referrals.
I mean, that's true, Egbert. Change for the better and some numbers. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm just like thinking back to certain like things when it came to like Jorrun and all the shit that went down. Oh my god. The tea.
For mental health practitioners. I need help. I think I have a lot of things related to women in relationships that needs to get straightened out. And obviously, you know what they say, the result of your best thinking brought you where you are now. And I don't want to be where I'm at now.
My best thinking brought me here.
Mm-hmm. And it's something that personally scares me. I did have meetings with like a shrink almost 20 years ago. It was helpful. But one thing I never discussed was issues with women in relationships. And I think that's way past due. And I'm not running anymore.
I mean, I think it's a good idea, but I think you'd be doing a disservice if you didn't also mention the children.
Uh-huh.
That because
I am going to discuss everything with them.
Yeah. And
everything.
You know, I did look at the apology, and I know that's something that you brought up about the getting some, you know, mental help, and I'm sure people will applaud that, but how many times has that been promised before?
Yeah, well, of course, you were thinking the same thing I did with, you know, Lauren Armstrong going, oh, maybe I need to get some help. But
what was that line?
I've already called.
Yeah, can you repeat that line?
I said, you're probably thinking, what?
No,
the famous Lauren going, excuse me?
Yeah, well, yeah, I was saying what was the line. I'm not familiar with it.
I believe when Chris Hansen says, what should you do? He says, maybe I need to get some help and get off the internet.
Oh, okay.
Close
and
enough.
My thought process was, so I actually called, got some names, left a couple messages. It's COVID, so they'll probably be distant, but that makes no difference at all. And I want to start doing this ASAP. Because to me, it's not enough to say, oh, I can do better. No, I want to fucking prove that this is a priority.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Okay, we are at almost 25 minutes to this call. It's a little over 40 minutes. I'm going to do my best to try and finish this. If not, of course, we will continue. But you know, I like to set goals.
Let's discuss that during.
Bailey was going hungry. I can't do it.
Yeah, but I really want to know about this day yesterday and when it was determined, when you decided that what you had done was this horrible, you know, awful, no good, very bad thing.
No good, very bad day.
Yeah. So I woke up at 1. I sent a message to Tiffany at 5.
Okay, that was 4 hours later.
Yeah, so I'm getting closer to actually pinpointing. Okay.
Because what it seems like to me, Jorrun, is that things became awful as they were brought to your attention. I don't think the children thing ever would have been brought up until I sent you that and let you know that I'd seen it. And with your genie fetish and everything else, that's unacceptable. And then you were like, you're right, that's unacceptable. I'm disgusted by it.
Yeah.
How genuine is that?
I did.
You talked to many syllables and probably... No, go ahead and say what you were going to say. You did what?
I've done a lot of reflection, and I need to do a lot more about how much this fetish has ruled my life and in some ways ruined my life. I have been unsuccessful all my life with keeping a relationship, and there's something fundamentally wrong with me. And I won't get into what I think the causes were or something because I don't want this to be a soft thing, but there is something fucking wrong with me when it comes to everything from relationships to fetishes to my interactions with women. And this is the very best way I know to actually do something about it. I threw out a lot of porn yesterday.
There it is.
Well, you didn't need to know that, but it's true.
Could you admit that it didn't become horrible to you until these things were individually pointed out to you?
Yes. You didn't realize it was really in my face in a way I ignored it. I'm like, I'm out of fucking control.
Hold on.
Yes.
Because you said you knew that the children thing was already bad.
Yeah.
So that wasn't thrown in your face. You were aware of that one already.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say most people in society don't need to be told that that's bad because you know that already.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that in particular I'm asking you about because you already know.
I mean, yeah, Bunny, why do you think he held on to a VHS for so long? Because most of his physical porn media is VHS.
It was wrong. When the other stuff was pointed out, you didn't go and pull that stuff down. But once it became clear that you were going to need to address it, how much time did you spend deleting and privating accounts and that kind of stuff, Jorrun?
I deleted so many things off my hard drive. I got rid of physical media.
Jorrun,
everything Genie related.
You're giving me fluff. I'm asking a very direct question. When you knew that an apology was going to need to be made, rather than getting to work on the apology, what did you do? Scorched earth, right?
Scorched earth.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I think I understand, but I mean, you were
know
just like,
exactly-
okay,
you
let
know
me just get rid of everything?
Exactly what I mean. Yeah, prior to making the apology, you're going to go and get rid of any incriminating evidence. You're going to private things. You're going to delete things. And then you're going to say, I've learned that I was wrong. But what you first did was, what your real first intention was not to make amends. It was to further insulate and protect yourself so that nothing else could be found.
It was panic.
But
Absolutely.
like you said in one of your own live streams, you've used the name Jorrun for 20 plus years online. That's a lot of stuff to try and go and delete.
Yeah. It was a huge amount.
So what I'm saying, and the reason why I bring this up before we get to this,
I'm not hating on owning a VCR still. I still do. I still have one that is in, working condition. Nothing wrong with it. Just the stuff that, Jorrun would use for it was what makes it funny. Ooh, that's a good question, Vex. But does your VCR hold up your computer monitor? That's when you find out if your VCR stands the test of time.
Apology. Do you think, now that we're discussing this and you're admitting that, you know that these things weren't horrible and awful to you until they were individually brought up in your face, would you say that this was a genuine, sincere apology, or that maybe it needs another rewrite?
It's a genuine, sincere apology. And I've labored over it, and I've tried to be as honest as I can. What's your opinion of that?
What do you think my opinion is of that, Jorrun?
I have a feeling you're not going to agree, even though we went through it.
We went through it, and I wanted you to. What did I tell you last night or this morning before you went to bed?
You told me to delve deeper into the Christian angle and how I was raised.
When you were going to...
Exactly, Bunny. Yeah, VHS is cool. The problem is having enormous amounts of physical porn on VHS.
bed, what did I say, Jorrun?
I'll look it up. Okay, your Christian upbringing, how you reflect on it now, and how you managed to live with it before.
The last comment I made.
But you said you knew it was wrong before. I know it's late, so get some sleep and message me tomorrow.
Keep reading.
So get some sleep, message me tomorrow when you have had some time to reflect and give it another edit.
Okay. I wanted you to reflect.
Yes.
I wanted you to think, because when you're saying in this apology that disgusts me that I've done that, it's repulsive, it didn't disgust and repulse you until 6:37 p.m. your time yesterday when I sent you the screenshot. Right?
I was just making one excuse in my mind after another. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of true.
Okay, so is that sincere? And the reason why I know it's still not a sincere apology, I'll tell you that the women I've quote-unquote flirted with are of legal age.
Yeah.
Get the word flirting out of here. You were propositioning.
I did.
This is the last thing you sent me. This was the one you sent me earlier.
Hold on, excuse me. Oh, quote-unquote flirted.
There was no
you're saying
quote-unquote flirting. You were propositioning women.
Yes.
And then you say, but I've hit the like button of girls. Yeah, girls is a little misleading, because I can call Tiffany Lockhart a girl. I can call Kat G a girl. Betty is a girl. You are hitting the like button of children, and that needs to be said.
Okay.
I mean, because until you could admit that these things were pointed out to me, and after the fact, I'm disgusted by it, or these things weren't disgusting to me until they've been pointed out, and that's why I'm going to get help. This is still just fluff.
Fluff, fluff, fluff.
I wanted you to, just like when I kept asking you about the video yesterday, I want to give you a chance to say, okay, well, I privated it, I lied about it. So you're saying you spoke with mini-syllables at 1:04, so 4 minutes after you woke up, you started talking with mini-syllables. And then I'm sure there were other conversations had throughout the day. I've seen other conversations had throughout the day. So you'd already known that this was offensive.
Did he pay attention to that? The fact that Wes said, I have seen conversations.
And that this was going to get tied back to your genie fetish, and people were going to have an issue with it. But instead of deleting it, you saved it.
I put it on private like a fucking moron.
That, you know,
Or I deleted it later.
Blaming stupidity is never okay. And you're saying you put it on private for several hours until you were told you need to delete that shit. And then it was like, okay, I'm deleting it now. But earlier you were saving it. Whether you could bring it back later or whether it was just for your own listening pleasure, you saved it.
Absolutely.
That's not here on your apology. So I'm asking you again, Jorrun.
Yeah.
Even after we went through your day yesterday, before I asked you to...
Jason S., hello. It's the Jorrun apology calls. Yep. Absolutely. We're about to close up.
Let's get to the apology. You still believe that this is a sincere apology?
We still have about 15 minutes.
That you left it up. Did you leave it all on the field, Jorrun? Is it all here? Like I said...
Like you would say in cheer, did you leave it all on the mat?
Like I said yesterday, if you feel like you're giving too much information, if you feel like you're sharing too much, then you probably aren't.
Gotcha.
And you know from looking at this that
No
you left a
answer?
lot of pieces of this puzzle out. And if you're not going to put it here, guess what's going to happen?
Right.
Everyone's going to come. I could show you my Twitter DMs. Everyone's going to come for it, because every story I do, anything that gets done, people come forward with lots of receipts because they want to make it into the video. Whether it's anonymous or not, they want to help. because this doesn't match up to what I was told. I was told these were deleted hours earlier than this says they were deleted 4 hours later, and now it says privated. And he kept saying that he deleted it, but now he admitted first he privated it.
Yeah. I privated it. I asked Tiffany, I said, I'll take it down if you want,
Okay.
and then I
Great.
changed
Hold
the
on.
message.
Hold on.
Yes. Yeah.
I will use the same quote that I use for Muse.
Yeah.
When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. And you're doing a lot of, I'm trying to remember, I can't recall, I plead the fifths. That's not a good sign. That tells me I know this is not a sincere apology. And if you want to record a non-sincere apology, that's fine. That's on you. But you can't expect people to not do a reaction to that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Jorrun didn't have to. Like, we know he wasn't sincere, but he decided to, get Wes's advice so he can sound sincere. But anything that he wrote, it just wasn't. And Wes was trying to, like, put that in front of him, like, hey, this is what you are writing. Does this sound, it's like honest, it's sincere?
Especially with all the receipts floating around out there.
Yeah.
Now, if you give the full thing, if you put it all on the field, then there's nothing for anyone to analyze. There's nothing for anyone to say, yeah, but this doesn't match this.
Yeah. So what else do you think my apology needs right now? What is my glaring lack?
What do you think?
Help me make it better.
I think it lacks sincerity. I think it lacks detail. I think you're still glossing over. The thing about the kids, I said you need to go dive deeper into that, and it's still one sentence. I hit the like button of girls who are way younger, and then you go on to that disgust me, it was repulsive, and you spend more time talking about your Christian upbringing, which you should leave that. But the part about liking the button of children who are way younger, this wasn't a one-time thing. You need to elaborate on that. You need to go deeper into that, and because the images...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he should have just fuck off upstairs and just gone away. Find a new name. I mean, he did, but he went back on YouTube like that.
Isn't going to be there. The image is not going to be used on your video, but you need to discuss that these women were dressed in the style of something that you fetishize, because you're not saying that here. You need to say you need to say that these things were pointed out to you and you blew it off and thought it was nothing, and that when more things came to light, then suddenly you felt the need to apologize and address it. But in the beginning, you wanted everyone to ignore it. Because if you really do want to help people, if you really do want to help one person so that they don't do the same thing, you'll lay out all the bullshit that you did in the beginning that you could have avoided this with.
Gotcha.
That'll actually help someone. Because you needed to face it. The
good old stair music. I know, everyone found it. Like, he couldn't lay low for at least, 6 months. At least 6 months. Didn't this channel pop up, weeks after all of this?
The minute it came up, you should have faced it. But you were like, nah, I got friends in the community. I'm beloved. I'll be all right.
You're right.
3 weeks. Thank you, Bailey.
Right.
Yeah, no shit. I've been right this whole time. And you ignore and ignore and ignore, and look where we are.
Yeah.
If you would have been honest with me from the beginning on Friday night, I could have helped with that too. But now that cat's out of the bag. The toothpaste is out of the tube. And there's no getting that back in there. So now you have to manage this. I don't know your story. You do. I don't know the timeline. You do. I don't know how you actually feel about this. You do. But if you need me to tell you how to feel about it, that tells me there's a completely other issue going on. Now, you can look at this. You can look at this and tell the areas where you are not being sincere. And if I need to highlight them with red fucking pen, That's not going to make me happy. This doesn't have to be short, but it does have to be complete. And it does have to be sincere. Or no one, you might as well not do it and just delete everything.
Wes, he started the channel 3 weeks after this, but to be fair, it took 7 months until we found it. We just happened to have someone in the audience recording the night someone asked if he was on YouTube. That's right. That is right. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yes. God, there's so many like pieces to this Jorrun puzzle. Like some of it like isn't out there, but yeah. That is all ringing a bell.
And focus on your music channel. But even then, you know this is going to follow you.
Yeah.
And that was perfectly so. Sit on it until Jorrly, for sure.
Absolutely right.
So I say you take another crack at it, and I'll say it one more time. If you feel like you're sharing too much or giving too much detail about the things that you've done, then you probably aren't.
And you know what it is? I've been concentrating too much on avoiding humiliation instead of just doing the right thing.
Jorrun, are you already not
This
humiliated?
whole problem. I am.
Hello, Viral.
Completely.
So how much worse do you think it'll be when you make some bullshit excuse? How famous is the mac and cheese video, Jorrun? Why do you think it is? There are videos called Top 10 Worst Apologies on YouTube. You don't want to make that. You don't want to make that.
No, I don't want to do that.
So, I do have time later. I highly suggest you add, don't take anything out. Change the words. You weren't flirting with anyone, and those weren't girls. Those were children. And
Yeah.
and add some sincerity to this, some humility, and some actual humility, and understanding that these things were pointed out to you. You knew that what you were doing was wrong, and you continue to do it, and now you realize you need help. But
Frank and Lauren. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Some people were asking if it's Jorrun, if it's Lauren. I don't know yet.
what were those things you did wrong? And elaborate on those things.
If someone wants this, I will make it whatever they want it to be.
I mean,
If someone wants to buy it.
the lying about deleting when you hadn't deleted.
Quite cheap.
That's big.
Yeah.
And why? And you need to tell why.
It has Lauren's eyes, the droopy eyes.
It wasn't Sex Tips with Dan that you thought maybe you could bring back. There was a reason why you wanted to keep the Genie video, and I think you need to...
I mean, I know there are certain things that I can do to make it look more like Lauren. I'm just messing around.
discuss it with yourself internally, and then put it down on your script and send it back to me.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wow, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for making that poll happen so quickly. I will be back. I will do my best to be back either Saturday night or Sunday night to catch up on some of the robot calls. But yeah, it's time for go to bed. Appreciate you guys so much, and I'm excited for Jorrly. All right, bye everybody. Sleep well. I'm sorry. Before I end this, if there is someone out there who has a deeper kind of voice, I am looking for someone to sing a duet for Jorrly. I have people in mind, but I'm not too sure if if like scheduling and all that will work out. But hit me up. Okay. Bye again. Bye. Bye.